2-year District Honor Band member. She has also been FFA president for 2 years and is a member of NHS. She plans to attend Oklahoma State University to pursue a degree in agriculture education. Next is Sebastian Moore. Sebastian is the son of Nathan Moore and Brandy.
He has been a member of War Dog Band for 7 years and was part of Sweepstakes Band. He also received Outstanding Soloist at the OSU Jazz Festival. He was also selected to attend RILA. Sebastian plans to attend INEO, then transfer to Oklahoma State University and become a professional musician. Next is Kate Wallace. Kate is the daughter of Kevin and Nancy Wallace. She's been a member of War Dog Band and Color Guard for 2 years. She received superior grades at regionals this year. She graduated from the Health Careers program at Witness Tech last year. She plans to attend Ozark Christian College and become a missionary. Next is Kayanne Mintz. Kayanne is the daughter of Suzanne Schmidt and the granddaughter of Suzanne Mintz. She's been a member of the War Dog Band Color Guard for 2 years and has been with the Capitol for 2 years.
Check, check, check.
Welcome to Miami, the home of the War Dogs. Cushing trying to bounce back from a loss last week in Grove. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yes, test 1 2, test 1 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Norseman War Dog Stadium. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hub Network Live. Tonight, live from Miami, Oklahoma. Quite a travel distance this evening. Started a little bit earlier this afternoon, but we are settled in and ready for a great football game tonight. Before we get started with all that, we'd like to welcome you to the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown. And before we get to last week's game and what's ahead of the Tigers tonight, we want to talk a little bit about the season thus far. Travis Peary here with Bruce Vogt. We've got our overall record, Bruce, of the Tigers at 5-2 on the season. That's 3 preseason wins and 2-2 in district play. And your thoughts thus far, looking back this far?
We got to get more consistent. We're giving up yardage. We're not scoring every game like we should. We just got to get settled in. We're coming down to the wire. We've got to start winning out the last 3 games to get a good spot in the district.
Tigers, of course, in the first game and over the period of the next few games have had some very key injuries. However, we've seen some very key players step up in key positions as well. Underclassmen, as such, have some have been and have certainly contributed to the wins. And we've had a couple mishaps, especially in one mishap particularly. I want to point to the Grove game. This Miami team knocked off the Grove football team last week, which will make a lot of people go, oh, okay, what are we in for tonight? And we're going to get into that in a minute, but I just want to point that out because fumbles certainly played one of the biggest fumbles and turnovers as a whole, fumbles and interceptions against the Grove team. And that's something that when the Tigers don't do that, they play extremely well. And when they do have that happen, they don't play as well. Well,
and last week it was no better. We had several fumbles, and we had a lot of penalties that was unnecessary. And, we had some interceptions. So we've got to clean all that up. I'm sure that they had a good practice this week. It was beautiful weather, so there's no excuse that they didn't go out there and just really hit the ground running. As we look back on the season, we want to run a quick rundown now of some of our MVPs and, of course, the Coops Game Ball, sponsored by Coops Tire and Lube there on Main Street in Cushing. And some of those players that stood out over the weeks, we started with the first week with Barry Hill. Roman Tucker, the quarterback, was the offensive most valuable player. The defensive most valuable player, Kellen Fry. And the game ball went to Max Wood. And he was the wide receiver in the game. Of course, he was injured in the latter part of that game. But the Coops Game Ball awarded to that all-around player that plays with heart and soul and contribution to the team, maybe doesn't stand out statistically. And I think we'll keep going here, and we'll pause for the national anthem briefly while they do that. But we'll keep going until they start playing. Kellen Fry takes on the offensive most valuable player against Bristow from his running back position. Many of those yards coming in the second half of the game. Brock Bales, the defensive linebacker against Bristow, and the all-round Bristow Coops Game Ball recipient was Landon Miller, our kicker. For the hard work and effort and being a high school kicker to make field goals consistently, make field goals and to get extra points. So we'll take a step away from them. We'll recap the rest in just a moment.
And we welcome you back right after the Star Spangled Banner was played by the Miami High School Marching Band.
Yeah, our people would know that because somebody forgot to leave a mic open. I don't want to mention any names. This was James Caulfield. So, that guy.
That brings us up to date to the Perkins game, where Brock Bales led with the offensive MVP at wide receiver with 106 all-purpose yards. That's rushing and catching the ball. Roman Tucker at defense with being in on 6 tackles. And Bruce, that's where we really started to see the emergence, the consistent emergence of Michael Cruz. He gets the Coups game ball for his overall work and heart and soul in that defensive line.
Well deserved, too. Michael has really stepped up this year on that defensive line as well as the offensive line, but defensively is where he's really stood out this year.
Week 4 took us to Skytook, and Lane Wood stood out as the offensive MVP with 208 all-purpose yards, and I think it may have been, if memory serves me correct, mostly passing. However, he had 1 rushing, and it was like for a 54-yard game. So those are some big yards. Roman Tucker Tucker Lang coming in against Skytook with 9 tackles. And then Max Hoover for the Coups game ball, number 73, the other side of that defensive line. And we had gone several weeks in and weeks out. Between the two of them, they were a formidable force up front.
Mike Hoover, Hoover, he's just a silent assassin. He's in on almost every play, but, he just fills that gap so well over on that defensive end.
Going into the next week at Grove, of course, the first loss for the Tigers. And sometimes people say, how can you have most valuable players during a loss? Well, sometimes you go to the statistics. Statistics don't lie. Wyatt DeLong, number 3 for the Tigers at wide receiver, 164 yards rushing. And he continues to put up that type of performance week in and week out, getting himself open, holding on to the ball, making a difference for the offense. Camden Wilson, number 41 for the Tigers, shows up and starts playing big time in a linebacker position that week. And the game ball, the Coups Tire and Lube game ball, goes to Tucker Lang. And one of the things to note on that was in rewatching that film, Tucker played a weak side linebacker, and they never scored. In a loss, they never scored to Tucker's side of the ball, and he had less statistics but more heart because he kept that defense focused and never let Grove around his side.
And you're absolutely right. And then, of course, he has an injury that has him out of the game, and we've missed him over on that outside linebacker. He's just such makes such a presence over there.
It wasn't too surprising. It was refreshingly surprising to have Roman Tucker at one point in the game, at one point in the season, it might have been Skytook, was 15 of 15 or 16 of 16 passing.
Yep.
And you would normally say, wow, for a high school quarterback to do that, that's amazing. However, at the Ulaga game is where we award him with the offensive MVP for 75 yards rushing and 175 yards passing. So that's doing it through the air with your arm and on the ground with your legs. Michael Cruz is a standout in that game with 5 tackles from the defensive line position. And Wyatt Heisler, number 22, shows up at defensive end. And what really stands out to me as Coups game ball recipient is the way he runs, the way he tackles. He's like on a mission every time. You see that heart, you see that passion, you see that hard work coming out in him in his play on the field.
Right. And Fry on the year, he's 71 carries, 296 yards.
Then we go to last week's game against Wagner, and the offensive standout with 118 yards receiving was Lane Wood, and number 2 for the Tigers, Wyatt DeLong, stands out on defense with 7 solo tackles and 1 assist. And in a game that was hard fought and a game that went back and forth through much of the game, the actual loss and the score does not tell the story of what happened at Wagner.
No, absolutely not. We came out with 14 quick points in that first quarter, and then we just kind of fell off the grid a little bit, but you built it back up in the third, and we just couldn't get that momentum. Just a series of fumbles, interceptions, and penalties.
Coups game ball recipient for that game against Wagner. Rowdy Jackson plays center, senior leader of the offensive line for the Tigers. And when you go to that center position, him and the quarterback are typically the only 2 people. And if the quarterback does a funny snap, if they do something sneaky, the center is the only player on the field that's going to touch the ball every single play he's out there.
Just kind of the unsung hero. They're out there. They make a big difference, and Rowdy has made a huge difference in that defensive and offensive line this year. What a great player. Like I say, he's just one of those unsung heroes.
Centers are the guys you only notice when they mess up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You never know, no one ever pays attention to the offensive linemen or centers until there's a holding call or they mess up, but they are the heartbeat of the team.
And you look at the work and the dependability of his position and the snaps he's made. It's rare that one is and knock on wood, we've got 3 games left in the season.
And to that, you've got an offensive line, Logan Owings, Tommy Rolfe, Rowdy Jackson, Brett Griffin, Michael Cruz. I mean, you're all just one well-oiled machine out there, and just not really one person just stands out on that offensive line because they're all so great.
And we should throw in on top of this a comment about that particular game with Rowdy and his performance and the heart and soul of the offense. That offensive line, all these statistics we've mentioned so far, really are a tribute to the offensive line. Roman is very seldom under pressure. Knock on wood.
Right.
He's very seldom under pressure. The offensive line opens up holes for those running backs. And so all these statistics and all these Coops Tire and Lube game ball recipients owe a lot to the offensive line for that, and including their work as well. We'll continue to award those week to week and cover those for you right here on Hub Network Live. And as we step away from that Wagner game, we said it was back and forth. The Tigers at one point in the first quarter were up 14-0. You move into the second quarter, everything shifted Wagner's way, and then we mentioned that as the game wore on, the defense was on the field so much longer. The Tiger offense can almost be a detriment to itself, guys, because they can have the capability to score so fast. And then your defense is right back out there fighting, getting pounded on. And we see that maybe take effect towards the end of the Wagner game where 2 touchdowns really put the Tigers out of reach.
And I totally agree with you on that, Travis. Offensively, we have the capabilities of moving that ball, moving it quickly. You mentioned just a second ago, Tucker has really all year not had too much pressure in the backfield. He's had his receivers are getting to where they need to be. It's just sometimes we just don't get them to him. We're a little bit high, we're a little bit short. But all in all, when Tucker gets that ball to him, there's definitely some yardage after the catch.
We've got Wyatt DeLong, Rowdy Jackson we just mentioned, Brett Griffith we just mentioned, and Lane Wood, all mentioned prior in those statistics and in those awards thus far this year. They are at midfield and serving as captains for tonight's game. They are meeting for the coin toss with Miami. What can you tell us about this Miami team, Bruce? Anything you have looked at or you've heard about or anything stand out to you in what you've printed?
It's just like a mirror image of Cushing. Same kind of offense. They're going to do a little bit of short passing on us. They'll try a deep pass here and there, but a lot of their bread and butter is in close. Their quarterback, he's 47 out of 84, 959 yards. And, his longest one was 51 yards. So, again, 10 TDs to his credit. Rushing, again, they're about like us. Lillard has 77 carries, 459 yards. He's pretty close to Fry. But I don't think they've met up against a defense like Cushing has as far as that defensive line. I think they're going to struggle there. And with our quick linebackers, they're definitely going to have a problem.
Yeah, and the captains did meet at midfield, and the Tigers will go from our right to left. And both teams are getting ready to come on the field.
And Travis, again, want to thank Doug and Jeannie Cooper at Cooper's Lube there on Main Street for giving us the opportunity to give out these game balls to the definitely deserving ball players out there.
Yeah, and most definitely, and they have told us, when they came up with the concept that they wanted it to be sometimes those players that aren't recognized for the big stats, and that's why, Tucker Lang is a perfect example. The game that he didn't have, they weren't coming at him because his stats look so good in other games, and so his stats weren't real high in that game, but you see that hard work pays off in situations like that. We want to go ahead and mention also our kickoff sponsor, Susan Pitzer with Century 21. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, Susan Pitzer with Century 21, first choice and host of the American Dream TV, is here to help. Whether you're ready to make a move or just exploring your options, Susan can guide you every step of the way. Give her a call at 918-527-1259 and start making your real estate dreams a reality. That's Susan Pitzler, Century 21, tonight's kickoff sponsor.
You're like the Paul Harvey of the Hub. You know that?
Yeah, well, we're getting ready to tell the rest of the story. I'm telling you right now, because we are at Miami, coming to you on Hub Network Live from Norseman War Dog Stadium. I'm sure it has a real name, James. I'm just using what's up there on the...
I don't know. I like Norseman and War Dogs.
Yeah.
So the Norsemen are the NEO. The War Dogs are Miami.
Yes.
So
And the Golden Norseman.
Yeah, and
Golden Norseman. That's right.
We are on the in the press box and at the field of we're on the campus of Northeastern Oklahoma A&M, and both teams have taken the field to their respective sidelines. The War Dog Band and Tunnel is still playing their pregame song.
Yep.
And we're ready to get things kicked off. You've been listening to the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown right here on Hub Network Live. We sure are glad that you're joining us tonight.
And let me ask you, is Bales back or is he still out? Have you heard?
I didn't get an update this week. So the last update I have is from a week ago that it was going to be 2 to 3 weeks. So I don't expect him. However, I don't have a
Yeah, I think I see him over on the sideline, his hoodie. Yeah, number 10.
Yep.
Yep.
This game, Tigers, by the way, will receive the opening kick. This game will have a lot of the feel of a Grove game because the team leaving so early during the day. They travel almost 3 hours on the bus. Mostly interstate in this case. However, it can be grueling. And
this is a great matchup. I got to tell you, it's probably one of our best matchups as far as equal. Both teams are equal and do the same thing. I mean, we are pretty equal in the quarterback area as well as the running back. Our line, definitely, our offensive line is going to make a difference, and our defensive line is definitely going to make a big difference.
Simpson and DeLong back to receive. Return the kick, rather, and that is 26 for the War Dogs.
Good old 26.
Here's his kick. High, end over end. It will be taken by DeLong at the goal line.
What a kick.
Seth Davis gets the kick, and DeLong gets the return. He'll make it out to the 22-yard line. And the Tigers will start there. First down and 10, and we're underway. Perfect. Perfect night.
It's a beautiful night. I wore my shorts and everything.
Yeah. Well, it is late October.
Yeah.
Fall will be here in 2-3 months.
I'm still in winter denial, I got to tell you.
Tiger offense comes out. A big senior-led line. We mentioned them earlier. Have done a great job thus far this year. And this will be DeLong with a run around the edge. He's out past the 25, puts a hit, lowers his head, makes it near the 30-yard line. Could be a gain of 7 or 8 on the play. Good blocking.
Great blocking by that offense on those corners, blocking down.
And another thing that we probably don't mention enough, and the person there right now, if he was on the last play, is Lane Wood. All these guys, Jordan Kersey on the far side, these downfield wide receivers do a great job blocking as well. It was a gain of 8 on the play. It brings up 2nd down and 2. And this will be Roman Tucker with the run. He'll go straight ahead, make it out to the 33-yard line.
And he will. I think he'll pick up enough for the first down.
Unless there was a flag I didn't see. Yes, indeed it is a first down.
And Tucker, on the year, rushing, he has 59 carries, 399 yards with 4 TDs.
Fry, the lone back set. Have kind of a more compact 2 wide receivers to both sides and a tight end. Not a tight end. Yeah, maybe. The pull, the dump over the middle, DeLong almost pulled that one in and out of the fingertips. That's that quick. I always nickname it the hot route.
Yeah, and DeLong paid the price for that hot route.
Yes, he did, and he just tipped the ball and was lucky we didn't get that one picked off. But he stayed with it and stayed focused.
Rhett Howe, number 23, a 5'10" sophomore for the War Dogs. Broke that one up. Fake handoff to Fry and a pass deep downfield.
Oh.
Just out of the reach. They got Wood, the intended receiver.
Yep.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
And
Tigers getting their signals from the sideline, possibly looking for a bread and butter play maybe.
yep. Wayne Wood has 408 yards receiving this year.
Here's some 3rd down and 10. Fry in motion. Looks that way. Screen play opposite side. That's going to be taken down by Wood. Or caught by Wood, then taken down near the 38-yard, 37-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th down and most likely punt situation. And indeed, that will bring out Hunter Joyner.
And again, Tigers were mixing it up a little bit with the run and the pass, and then just got stalled out on the 3 pass plays.
So the first possession goes for a 1st
Fumble.
down. Here's Joyner's kick. And it will be taken at the 35-yard line. I'm not sure he called for a fair catch, but that's basically what it turned into.
Yeah, the Lane Simpson was right there in any case to greet him.
That was Kyler Walker with the return. He's a 5'8" senior, listed at 160 pounds. So credit him with the securing it. There were all kinds of Tigers in the area. Had it taken a wrong bounce on him, we'd had great field position. Instead, the defense will come out to put a wall up.
And let's see what happens here. Great defensive stand by the War Dogs.
Here's the handoff straight ahead. And the tackle by Fry. Gain of maybe a couple on the play. Spots the ball near the 38-yard line.
Fry on the year has 10 sacks. So so he's capable of getting in that backfield, which we've seen on several occasions.
Calling a gain of 3. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Tigers really like to put a hard stop here. Force a 3rd and long situation. They always told me in football those are the preferred ones. Turned into more 4th downs and punt situations. High snap. Way back there. Tigers are back there, and that will be recovered by the quarterback, Sam Lillard.
Wow.
He's 6'1", and he jumped, and the ball went way over his head.
Went way over his head.
When we talk about dependable, Rowdy Jackson, I'm going to knock on wood.
Mm-hmm.
We were still playing football games, but that's the example we use. Those are the types of things you don't want to see. Works to the Tigers' advantage in this situation, and now we have a 3rd and really long, 20 yards.
They're saying 25 yards.
Indeed. It's got to get to the 45, and they're at the 20. Tiger defense. As the War Dogs look deep downfield, fires for a man who's open, but it's underthrown just a shot. And the Tigers may be wiping the sweat from their brow on that one. Get out in a 4th down and punt situation for the War Dogs.
Roman Tucker, I don't know if he was out of position, but he's a free safety. That was his guy.
Simpson will come in to return. He'll stand near his own 40-yard line.
Yeah, they definitely dodged a bullet there.
Let's see.
And, Tigers' defense, I didn't mean to get on top of their defensively, if not getting the penetration that they have normally, they're going to have to start stunting a little bit on that defensive line.
Deep snap's good. Kick is good. Wobbly. Probably not going to be returnable. Whoa. And it takes a War Dog bounce, and it will be down at the 30-yard line. That's where the Tiger offense will come back out and take over.
Man, did that take a good bounce or what? That was nice. So far, Tucker's 3 passes for 4 yards, and just a slow start. Everybody's trying to feel out that secondary, that defense. Tigers going to have to come up with some short yardage, mix it up, get Kellen Fry going over that left tackle, over that left side over on Brett Griffin and Michael Cruz's side, and try to pick up some yardage and spread out that defense.
So here's Roman Tucker now, second possession of the game. He'll hand off straight ahead to Fry behind the great blocking on the right side to the 37-yard line.
7 yards for Fry. And that's what they got to do. They got to establish that run.
Credit the blocking on that one. Logan Owings, number 77, the right tackle, and Cruz, number 71, the right guard. Fry single back set, takes the handoff again. Turns it upfield, makes his way to the 40, fights for more.
They're going to give him 3 yards. 2 carries, 10 yards.
Should be good for a Tiger first down, and indeed is.
And all day long, they need to, if they can establish that run, then the pass is going to work.
.35 is on the clock. We're underway here in the first quarter. Tigers' second possession of the game.
Oh,
this pass incomplete.
That was intended for Wood.
He got tangled up or blocked off by the defender. The defender had inside position. So again, the screen play works in that regard. However, when defenses are able to sniff it out, they can, do some things to interrupt it.
Put 3 passes to Woods for 4 yards here in the first.
Pass far side goes complete. Fry's going to get the first down to the 48-yard line. That's the War Dog 48. And Tigers will convert.
11 yards for Fry. That's the longest gain so far of the game. 5 attempts, 15 yards for Tucker. Passing.
Tucker now back to pass again. Looks downfield. Has a man, Jordan Kersey. And it goes in and out of his hands, and it's on the ground. And so the incomplete pass will bring up a...
How close was that?
Bring up second down.
Well, it's not horseshoes or hand grenades, so not close enough.
I know I get a little excited over here, so if I scream into the mic.
I had my headset off, so I didn't hear it. Sounded great to me.
I just love a good game. And that offensive line, Owens, Rolfe, Jackson, Griffin, and Cruz are doing a fantastic job protecting Tucker.
Here's Tucker, has open man Kersey again, this time to the 35, makes his way near the 30-yard line. He'll get the first down, compliments of Mr. Tucker. Spotted at the 31, Tiger first down, knocking on the door.
Seven passes, 32 yards for Roman Tucker. Kersey, the longest reception so far was that one. He has 2 for 17 yards.
Empty backfield, screenplay to this side. Pass is complete, and he's still on his feet. Out of bounds is DeLong. He pulls that one in to the 20 at the 23-yard line.
I noticed DeLong doing a little chirping there. I've been practicing again, and he said, "Nice try. Better luck next time. I'll see you downfield."
No yardage. It's back to the line of scrimmage on that one. Stepped out of bounds.
Oh,
Penalty will be an illegal block.
Yep.
On the Tigers. It'll move the ball, a 10-yard penalty. It'll move it to the 41-yard line. The Tigers will replay first down.
It was pretty neat. They got this in the press box here. We can actually turn it up and hear what they're saying out there. The problem is by the time it feeds all the way around and gets back up, it's a little bit delayed.
Here's Roman Tucker back to pass. Over the middle. Has
Nice.
DeLong. He's up to the 35. Puts a move on. Lowers his head. Gets to the 30. Big gain of 10-plus on that one. This should bring up a second down and 9.
11 yards to DeLong.
Tigers keep stringing together wide open receivers. Kersey earlier and DeLong there. That's much more preferable.
Yeah, 3
Absolutely.
catches for 11 yards for DeLong. That was his longest catch.
Here's Tucker with 3 wide receivers to the left side. He'll fake the handoff and run, keep it himself on the right. He'll get maybe a yard out of that one as he makes his way near the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly what he got, was a yard. He has 2 carries for 3 yards. Again, Tigers kind of mixing it up pretty well, and it's working for him at this point. It's nice when you don't have to worry about your quarterback getting flushed out of the pocket or having to make some rash decisions.
That is exactly right. 3rd down and 8 now from the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. Empty back set again, 3 wide receivers near side. And Roman will keep that one, waits patiently for the hole to open, lowers his head and tries to gain a few more.
And they'll give him 5 yards.
So he gets down to the 23-yard line. Just inside the 24, rather, and halfway in between both. 23 and a half.
3 carries, 8 yards for Tucker.
Looks like 3/4 from over here.
Is this a 4-down area or?
Yeah, I think with the defense and what you have on defense, you can turn it over here and be okay. You have a better percentage chance, most likely, of getting this first down. Here's the look downfield, the pass over in the flats to Fry. It's complete. He makes his way down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. That will be a Tiger first down and 10.
11 yards for Fry on that carry. He has 3 catches, 21 yards.
Again, mixing up the patterns and the routes so that Fry had the open look. And when Roman doesn't have to be rushed, he has the time to put it where he wants it.
Absolutely.
He had a choice on that when DeLong was wide open and Fry, was wide open. So he definitely had a good choice on that one.
3 wide receivers near side. Single back set to his right. Roman looks left, fires left, goes low, scooped by Kersey. And they're going to call him down there at the 6-yard line. That'll be a gain of
8 yards for Kersey on that catch.
That's some pepper on that one. Saw Tucker, really step into his back foot and lean into that one. A good thing he did. That was just right. No one could get it but Kersey.
And Kersey, him pulling that in really is a credit to him on that one.
3 receptions, 25 yards for Kersey.
Now the man in motion is DeLong. The handoff to Fry. He has a hole. He has blockers. He's waiting patiently, fighting his way to the goal line, and no signal yet. A signal down at the 1-yard line.
5 yards on that one.
Man. Fry just fighting every inch of that.
Well, and I like how patient he was.
Yes.
Right tucked in behind his lineman, and if they turned their guy to the right, he went to the left.
You're turning me on and off there, right? Okay.
Roman Tucker goes up under center, fights for it, and the signal comes in, and touchdown Tigers.
Fry, 1 yard.
So, Tucker, I believe it was Tucker on the keeper, wasn't it?
Yes.
And so, he does a great job by bailing out of the center and say, okay, it's a little more open over here. I'm going to slide over here, slide down the line, and get the touchdown.
Yeah, and we see the Tigers go to that up under center look a couple times several times this season, actually. Here's Miller for the point after. Snap looks good. Flags fly. Kick looks good. And it's going to be signaled against false start against the Tigers. So we'll back up 5 and kick this one again.
I'm almost sure he didn't mean to do that.
The false start or the kick?
Yeah, false start. The kick looked good.
Yeah.
Man, I can't tell you. I love it when I see former soccer players come in to that kicking position. Coaches finally wised up, and man, those guys, they know how to kick. They understand from a young age how to really put the tension on the ball.
Miller to try again. Now the ball will be placed at the 20, and the 15-yard line. Kick is up and hits the bar and is no good. So 2:56 remaining in the first quarter. Tigers have a 6-0 lead. And James, I think, will tell us about Blue Sky Bank back home.
That's it. I'm not bragging about him anymore. That happens every time. But Blue Sky Bank, discover the difference. Ready for a banking experience that understands you? Blue Sky Bank is your neighborhood bank committed to servicing local communities. Banking with us is a step towards personalized service, community growth, and a brighter financial future. Blue Sky Bank, proud supporter of the Tigers. Plains Pipeline, sponsor the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown. They remind you to know what's below. Call 811 before you dig. Give them a call, 24-hour emergency phone, 800-708-5071. All right.
Yeah, Tucker passing, 11 attempts for 62 yards in that first and then he had a rushing touchdown.
Here's Miller with the end-over-end kick. It will be taken around the 13, 14-yard line. And he'll be eventually driven out of bounds. I believe that's Simpson on the tackle. No, that's DeLong, number 3.
And let's see what this defense can do again. Great first defensive stand against the War Dogs.
You know, I credit DeLong on that for pushing him out of bounds the way I think he had a pretty good run afterwards had DeLong not been able to get him out of bounds. Looked like some green on the far side of the field. From the 26-yard line, this will be a War Dog first down. Handoff over the right side. Several Tigers in on that stop.
Wilson.
Now, you know, people, and we hear it maybe better than our audience at home would, but people don't like that. Well, that happened to the Tigers a few weeks ago.
It sure did.
And they let it go. And I don't know why officials let them take them to the ground when they're already back 10 yards, and then they put the ball back up. It seems kind of silly, but
with forward progress, let's protect the guys a little bit. Forward progress has stopped.
And Rolfe was in on that stop also.
Gain of 2 on the play. James mentioned forward at momentum. Placed the ball at the 28-yard line, and it brings up a second down and 8. 3 wide receivers near side. There's a timeout on the field. That'll be a timeout, most likely to the Tigers. I saw some confusion from the backfield, from the defensive backs, kind of waving towards the coaches like they didn't get the signals. So we'll maybe talk breakfast for a minute.
That's right, Gibbs Domain right there on Main Street. Breakfast is ready Monday through Saturday. They say, hey, all the way at 4:30 a.m. And if you're up before 4:30 a.m., you don't need to be eating yet. So 4:30 a.m. Gibbs Domain right there on Main Street. Oh, wait, push the wrong button there. All right. Also, RCB Bank, that's my bank. That's my friendly banking experience at RCB Bank. You will find a supportive staff and responsive customer service. RCB Bank, that's my bank.
And that's a War Dog second down coming up after the Hillcrest Hospital timeout on the field taken by the Tigers. That'll be their first of 3 timeouts taken. Again, 2:04 remaining first quarter, and Tigers have a 6-0 lead. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper on the left side, and that'll be eventually taken down by Kersey around the 40-yard line.
Kersey could see that coming all the way and was just step for step with him, but nice play by the War Dogs.
And I didn't get a tackle on that one. Travis, did you see?
Kersey, yeah. Jordan Kersey, number 8. Sam Lillard, the quarterback. I think that's kind of that run-pass option, or that option run.
Did a good job of sealing off the side down there.
And that handoff straight ahead. It'll go for about 2, maybe 3 yards.
Wilson and Fry on the tackle.
And it will bring up a third down. Sorry, after the first down, it'll bring up a second down.
Is that how that
Again, halfway between.
somewhere?
As you said, 3/4 of the way backwards from the 44-yard line.
3/4 back. Yep, just right.
Just getting right at a minute left here in the first.
So here's the snap from the War Dogs. Able to get some momentum here. Pass deep downfield. Nice looking pass. Wood is there. The catch is made. And it goes into the end zone for a touchdown with 52 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The War Dogs get on the board.
I'm not going to lie. That was a good looking pass.
That was beautiful.
That was on the numbers. And, you know how tall Lane Wood is and good he is attacking the ball. It's just out of his reach. So I'd say that was thrown just about perfect.
Well, it's some great concentration, too, because, like you said, Tucker Roman towered over the receiver and to watch it all the way in.
So the War Dogs also with a field goal kicker. Try the point after.
If I brag on him, maybe he'll doink too.
And
he just about did.
I think, it doinked in, though. It went
Just
in.
about.
Yeah. So the extra point is good. So Both teams now, with 51 seconds remaining in this first quarter, have put themselves on the board. However, the War Dogs have the 1-point advantage at this point.
Right, and coming out on offense, Roman, he's 5 of 11 for 62 yards here in the first. So his numbers are good, and he just needs to stay focused and just don't get in a hurry. Just maintain the offense that we have. We've got a good balance so far, so the Tigers are in good shape.
Tigers getting ready to receive this one, Simpson and DeLong. And, you know, when we talked about how that field goal, it looked like it was high and far, and, you know, and it did bounce off of the upright, but it went in. But this kicker, last one, the first kick off of the game, he took it all the way to the goal line. So he's got some leg.
He does have some leg, and he took it to the goal line, and it had some height on it, too.
It's Dylan Blundell. Senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Getting the feeling everybody's 6 foot or more here in Miami. Also taken at the goal line, and DeLong on the return. He has a seam and a hole and a missed tackle, and now he's got the sideline. He's out close to the 40-yard line. Great return by DeLong.
Nice 38-yard, and followed his blockers very well. They set him up a good seam, and he made the best of it.
Good special teams effort. I like to see those. And it's easy to, you know, figure the yardage because, well, he got it at the goal line, and they're going to spot it at the, 39? So that's a 39-yard return.
Easy to do. You're a teacher.
Easy math.
Yeah.
I like it.
You don't have to have any gazintas on that one.
Whatever.
Yeah, some people are going to get that.
Yeah.
Some will.
A lot of people are not.
Some will not.
Here's the snap and the handoff to Fry. He'll try the left side. He has a hole and makes a move and a couple spins. Flag does come in before Fry is taken down. Fry looks frustrated. Maybe that's going to go against the Tigers again. We'll wait and see. That was good run effort by Fry. Not going down on first.
Holding.
Yeah, holding. He doesn't go down. He does not go down on first contact, second contact. Then he spins and picks up another yard.
Well, he went over that left side, Griffith and Cruz over there, and like I say, they opened up a great hole for him, and he found it and made a great run.
The holding penalty will spot the ball at the 30-yard line, and there's an official signal for timeout. Now, they might need their gazintas because depending on where the holding was, I thought that was a spot foul. So the holding would have to be at the line of scrimmage for it to go all the way. But the flag was thrown more towards the end of the play.
So they're going to move it back forward.
And they're going to spot this at the 36-yard line. 37. Do I hear 38? 38, 39? Do I hear? Sold at the 36-yard line. Get a bit of rub up. At the 36, replay first down. .31 seconds remaining first quarter. Two wide receivers to both sides. There's the snap. Looks to the right. Fires in and out of the hands of Lane Wood. Second down and 13. That play is probably designed to be a quick pass and then a 2, 3, 4 yard gain straight up the sideline. But that one did not. Here's the snap. Wide receivers deep, and Tucker will tuck and go. Has a blocker, gets out near the 40-yard line. He'll pick up positive yards, brings up probably a third down and 9.
4-yard run for Tucker.
We are 12 seconds away from the end of the first quarter.
5 rushes, 13 yards, and a touchdown for Tucker.
And here's Roman with the snap, looking downfield. Again, he'll pull down and run, still looking, fires, has a man, complete to DeLong. He's at 35, still on his feet inside the 30, down near the 25-yard line. That was a great catch and an even more impressive run. I think that's a great situation where DeLong sees that, Tucker's in trouble. He corrects his route, comes back a little bit, gets into the open part of the defense.
A 34-yard catch for DeLong. That gives him 45 yards on 4 catches.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Tigers are down by 1 at Miami. 7-6 is the score. And James is going to tell us a little bit about Rural Electric Cooperative.
They're empowering our members and communities. MyCentral.coop. Central Electric Cooperative, making things bright in all their communities. All right, KW Well Service in Cushing, Oklahoma. Derek's Poles, Rastabouts, work, and more. Go tell Kenny, hey, we like what his grandkids are doing, and we like what he's doing. Quality service by people you've worked with for years. 918-225-7855. That's KW Well Service right there in Cushing.
And Tigers now will flip the side of the field and go from the 25-yard line on this first down and 10. The goalpost down here might like us better. It certainly liked the War Dogs better. And, of course, we have to say, had it not been a penalty on that extra point, that might have been good. We'd be all tied up.
I'm just saying their doink didn't do what our doink did.
Yeah.
So.
And hopefully this game does not rely on a missed field goal or a missed extra point.
That's true.
Tiger offense comes out.
Thanks, Lonnie Schuler, who's listening tonight.
This pass over to DeLong makes a move, gains a few on the play, maybe 5.
One of my favorite Lonnie Schulers, that Lonnie Schuler that's watching. The other one's also one of my favorite Lonnie Schulers. He may be watching too.
I was going to say, how would you know if they were watching?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I got this parenting cam on in my.
He'll chime in a minute.
That's a gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 6. And Tucker fires far side of the field. He's got Simpson a little overthrown out of the corner of the end zone.
That was DeLong on the reception, right? Yeah.
The intended receiver there coming from the corner. I thought it was Simpson. But the 3 and the 7 has been messing with me all night. So.
Well, that's they've thrown to DeLong 6 times, 48 yards.
Well, we mentioned him several times in MVP discussions. It's just become more reliable as the year's gone along. The numbers statistically keep coming up. Lane Wood split out, then DeLong, then Heisler. And Tucker will look. He'll keep looking. Now he's going to run. It's out inside the 20. Skates down near the 16, maybe 17-yard line.
Well, just a yard short.
They're going to call him down back a couple yards. So it looks like it's going to be just inside the 20, maybe the 19-yard line.
6 carries, 18 yards for Tucker and a touchdown.
So here the Tigers will face another 4th down, this time 4 yards to go. Fry is the single back to Roman Tucker's left. Single wide out far side, and Tucker looks near side. Now checks down and now is tackled. So the result of the play is a turnover on downs. Miami will take over 1st down and 10 from their own 20, 21-yard line.
And they'll give Tucker minus a yard on that.
One of the few times that Roman receives any pressure, but you do credit the fact that it was late in the, he looked like he was going to several receivers. You might call that a downfield quarterback sack.
Right.
Credit the secondary.
He had plenty of time to find his man. It just didn't open up for him.
Ball on the 21. Here's the handoff. Right side, big hole. Tigers close it up eventually. It's Kersey, the first one to make contact.
And he saved almost, touchdown saving tackle there.
Spot the ball at the 30. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play and bring up 2nd down and 1.
They opened up a good seam for him to run right up through the middle linebacker.
Second down and 1. I'd probably expect another running play. They do indeed have a lot of linemen on the line scrimmage and a tight. And they do run right side. Looks like they'll gain maybe a yard and a half.
Man, Harper got him by the shoestrings.
And that will be signaled a first down for the War Dogs. 9:48 remaining second quarter. Tigers still 7-6.
Well, they're definitely testing that defensive line of Cushing. They're stacking the house, coming right at them.
You know, I just noticed I don't really see a lot of teams, and we don't, and a lot of teams don't, go into a huddle very often anymore. That snap is fumbled. Quarterback has trouble. A couple people are in the backfield.
Hoover just decked him.
He made it look like he enjoyed that.
Sorry about that, folks. Our computer decided to do something weird.
Maybe Travis can put his math skills to work on that.
Yeah. He's got good ones.
Well, I was going to start gremlin hunting if the computer's got something.
I just realized I hadn't changed it to second quarter yet. I was trying to blame it on the computer, but it didn't work.
You got one job, James.
His second down, handoff over the right side. Tigers close that one up pretty quick. I think that might be Heisler. Nope, that's going to be one of the down.
That's going to be Harper.
A nice wrap-up tackle around the knees or lower. That will stop a man in his tracks. So a short gain on the play. Balls be spotted at the 27-yard line to bring up a third down and 14.
Harper playing that defensive end out there. They're testing him.
We've got two wide receivers split to the near side and one back set. Quarterback rolls. He's able to get his receiver. Wood there for the stop.
Close to a first down.
Logan Sumapang. I remember that name. He's a senior.
Yeah.
Again, the quarterback is Lillard. You know, I was looking at how they had, two guys split out, and I was expecting some tight ends release. I'm not sure if they didn't just stay at home to help protect the quarterback and give time for that route, because that route came from the far side all the way across the field.
And Wood read it. It's just a little bit late on the read. He read it right. It just, timing's everything.
This handoff goes right side. Several Tigers there on the stop. Gain of a couple on the play. Let's see, Fry comes up from the pile.
Cruz and Hoover both come up from the bottom.
I believe also was Emerson Harper in there. There's several contributions. Gain of one on the play to bring up second down and 9. Ball will be spotted in a three-quarter position just past the 44-yard line. So for second down and 9, again, a really big, huge, tight formation. Tight ends in, one guy split out, two backs in the backfield, an offsides penalty.
An extra Tiger in their side.
Yeah. Tigers show up to that party a little early.
Yeah, Hoover, he was ready to go.
Yeah.
So you guys got all these guys. We want to come over.
It looks like so much fun over there, guys.
Yeah.
That's just, no matter how many times you hear the words, watch the ball, it doesn't matter. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're excited. And people say, how hard is it? It's very hard because you're thinking about the guys make contact with the cross.
This quarterback design run comes near side. There's running room there. Kersey makes the tackle. And not before he gets down inside the 40, called to 36-yard line, and it'll be a War Dog first down.
You're trying to watch the backfield, see what they're doing. Like, there's a lot of reasons, and, man, they're starting to find some room on the sides.
Yeah, and that was a design play for the quarterback to come over this left side. And they had their blockers coming down, blocking down here on these linebackers, and, that –
They used
that thing was made for 8 yards per carry.
They used that same play earlier going the other way, and they sealed it off that way as well.
Two tight ends set, handoff to the left side.
Oh, wow.
This time
There he
is in there along with Heisler.
There's Fry. That stunting, we haven't seen much of that here in this first half. So it's good to see that they're getting Fry back in there.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to suggest was, you go in a double tight end set and you try to center everything around getting to the edge because we're stunting the middle.
Yeah.
And then you see Fry maybe, watch the handoff and just get there quicker from that situation. I mean, it's kind of become a chess game at 7-6. This quarterback keeper, and that one again read by Fry comes out. Gets him at least at the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of half a yard, or in these officials, 3/4 of a yard, and that will indeed be the case, just inside the 38-yard line.
Yep. Listen, they like their 3/4.
5.5 minutes until halftime. Tigers have 2 timeouts. War Dogs have 3.
And we build this as a good ball game, and so far we have not been disappointed.
Double tight end set again, 2 running backs in the backfield, and this time Lillard back to pass. Fires to the right side. Wood there on the coverage and the tackle. He's a little slow getting. The pass was complete to, that's Sumapang again, isn't it?
Yeah.
18.
Yep.
Yep, little Sumapang. Makes his way to the 28-yard line. It brings up a big 4th down and 2 with just at 4 minutes and 47 seconds remaining until halftime.
There's some War Dog fans in front of us saying, we think that the spot should be a little bit further down, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, just a little bit further. We don't think it was.
That's hard to believe.
Now most of the team is on the line of scrimmage. That just looks like a lot of people nowadays, because we don't see offenses like that very often, including our own.
We just don't. Yeah. That's an old school.
Yeah, and they're trying to.
Trying to pull them.
Trying to get the offsides. They'll take the timeout with 4:18 remaining until halftime. And James, where can I go tomorrow if I need to get my oil changed in town?
Well, funny you should ask. Coop's Fast Lube, 803 East Main Street, and tire. You got a tire going low? They can fix that too. Give them a call, 918-225-6559. They are the sponsor of the Coops Game Ball, and man, I love that award as it goes to the Tiger, who has put in the most heart and made the difference. Maybe not with the stats, but with most heart. Coops Fast Lube, sponsor of Coops Game Ball. Also, Ortho Oklahoma, that is Cushing's orthopedic specialist, accepting new patients. Let's see, children and adults. Give them a call, 405-709-0900. I was sitting there thinking, why could I see that earlier? I forgot I popped it up on the big screen over here. That's how I could see it earlier. 405-707-0900. That is Ortho, Oklahoma. All right.
Returning to action now, 4:18 until halftime. Tigers have a 1-point deficit, trying to hold the War Dogs at bay.
Big down here.
Big 4th and 2, momentum shift. The War Dogs get the kickoff in the second half. And again, the whole house is up front, so we'll see what they draw up. Lillard has been successful attacking the edge. He'll fake, or he'll give the handoff again, left side. This is going to go. DeLong able to fight off his block and get to him. Right as he crosses the 10-yard line, he'll go down around the 8.
Big play for the War Dogs, and a good job by DeLong to get that tackle.
Yeah,
see Cole Cooper coming in later on that play as well.
Cole as well. Cole was getting there. He was catching it.
Hunter Anson, number 60, was also out there too. Did I get that correct? Yeah, he's up there on that nose guard position. Yeah. He's a big kid. I work with his dad. He's just a sophomore.
Really?
Yeah.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. This handoff to the right side. Fights
good
for
job,
the
Cruz.
position. Cruz able to slow him down.
By the shoestring.
Yeah. Pick up a 1 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 7. The big board's going to say it's still at the 8. Okay. That's the 7. Now they changed it.
There it is.
Maybe he was doing his addition
exactly.
of 8 minus 1, and it took him a while. Yeah.
1, 7, 3, quarter. All right, there we are. 7.
Oh. Calculus was not everybody's favorite class.
We call that period math.
Yeah, that's right. Now a fullback field and a handoff with lead blockers. And down around the shoestring again, getting a whole foot.
Oh, Anson down there on the bottom of the pile gets credited with the tackle.
2:30, about 2:30 left until halftime, and the Tiger defense would really like to hold the War Dogs out of the end zone. And this will bring up 3rd down and goal from the 3.
Man.
You know, it's funny. Something you don't see more of is people just punching the ball out. Like, you just don't see really. It's a pretty simple deal. As soon as they stand up, boy, I mean, you've got a good up or down. And that's a. I mean, even in the FL, you don't see very many guys do that. But the guys who do it, they're good at it. And it is a difference maker.
Play clock's down to 4, and they'll take a timeout. There was some communication still taking place between the head coach. They'll take a Hillcrest Hospital timeout here, and we can talk a little bit about keeping your books straight.
Hey, if you need to keep your books straight, go to Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service, 918-225-1364. Give her a call, or go see her online or email her at kimkennedy@yahoo.com. Well, you just don't hear that very often. Yahoo.com anymore. 403 North Cleveland Avenue. That's Kim's Bookkeeping and Tax Service. Also, now this one, I mean, I can't even get through all this. All the stuff they can do for you. Facials, Diamond Glow peels. I know you guys are looking forward to that. Dermaplane, Botox, and more. Go see them at Crossroads Wellness Center. I know you guys. Botox is your thing. I can tell.
Yeah. According to Lonnie Schuler, it's my hair.
I resemble that remark.
I don't know. My wife said something about how thin mine was getting the other day. I said, okay.
3rd down and goal from the 3.
Instead of Yahoo, we hadn't heard the woohoo.
Woohoo. It'll be here in a minute.
Lillard gets the snap, hands off left side, straight ahead, and I believe stopped short. Hanson on the tackle, and he did. Stopped him at the 1.
Hunter Hanson fought off a block, actually fought off a holding penalty, and made that tackle. Great effort for a sophomore.
Woo! You know, just saying woohoo like that made my mouth start salivating for brisket. I know they have other stuff there, but all I've ever got is a brisket, asparagus, and coleslaw. Because you got to put coleslaw on your barbecue. Everyone looks like I'm crazy when I do that, but man, that's why I grew up eating it. Coleslaw, barbecue sauce on top.
Play clock's down to 5. We're at the 1 minute, 9 second mark. 4th down and timeout on the field. A Hillcrest Hospital timeout on the field.
You all feel free to chime in if you put barbecue sauce and coleslaw on yours.
Man.
All right, go ahead, Trav.
That's just country living right there.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I was just going to say, hey, everybody has to be from somewhere. So, I mean, whatever fits your bill.
Yeah. Listen, in Missouri, we always, if you didn't tell them, they were going to put the coleslaw on there.
The only thing you didn't mention was baked beans and coleslaw.
Man, so good.
Like Justin Wilson.
Even the sandwiches.
Right
yeah. Put the barbecue and the coleslaw on top, and then the barbecue sauce, bun back on top of it.
Well, as we continue to talk about this buffet,
sir.
I know a company around Cushing that also has a buffet of items.
Yes, sir.
And, they have everything.
I was wondering how you're going to get there, but it is Hard Hat Safety and Glove, and I'm impressed. You go to hardhatsafetyandglove.com, folks. If you're not impressed with that, that is a play calling at its best by our play-by-play. They got everything you need for safety at hardhatsafetyandglove.com. Way to go, Trav.
All right, now 1:06 remaining out of the Hillcrest Hospital timeout. Lillard standing near the 5-6 yard line, takes the snap, keeps it himself.
Oh, my.
Could be driven back. Several Tigers there. One signal from one side comes in. This is when I wish we had high school replay.
Yeah, I wish we had a pylon cam.
But I really don't because, but I
don't want to waste all night.
I wasn't sure he was in. But
I tell you, Hunter Hanson had that first initial hit on him and just couldn't get him wrapped up or slowed down enough for help to get there in time.
From here.
But a great effort.
And we're a long way away, but it looked like they shoved him sideways.
They did.
But, man.
Okay, at the Halloween goalpost, the one that's acting a little goofy tonight, the hold
And
up, and that one's also good. So
just a bit inside,
Yep.
and inside for good.
So
They got a
now I'm
flag.
hearing whistles and seeing yellow. Oh, Ohio making its show in the game there. Youngstown comes out of the pocket. And their teams are going to go off, so the penalty must have been after the play.
Good news is we know there's no BBs in there anymore.
That is right. I found out something really interesting about that. So I'm telling a friend of mine that story, and the flag, and they were weighted with BBs, and it was invented in Youngstown, and it was a coach that came up, blah 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 blah, everything from last week. And he goes, "Yeah, you know who the guy that got hit in the eye in an NFL game?" And I go, "No," and he told me his name. So he played at OU, and now he was a pro. And
Really?
he's the guy that got hit by that flag that changed that from never using BBs again. I said, see, I could have talked to him the day before and would have had a whole other quarter of stuff to talk about.
Exactly right. We got an interview from that guy.
And that's just because we know everybody at home wants to hear stories like that.
Hey, listen, I love stories like
We'll
that.
tell you.
I loved it, man. I thought it was great.
Yeah. This is a 5, 10, 15-yard mark-off. And with this guy's leg, he may make another field goal here.
Yeah.
It will go down as a kick, so we'll see. Back deep for the Tigers, Simpson and DeLong. And it will go almost.
Halfway across the end zone.
Yeah, definitely a touchback. And the Tigers will come out and take it from their own 20-yard line. The offense will retake the field. That's what happens when you get ahead of yourself.
That's exactly right. Offense.
The offense will retake the field with 1 minute remaining and 80 yards to go. The good news is we've seen that happen before, and the Tigers are only down 14-6 right now.
Yeah.
Well, it's important for the Tigers to come out offensively and not turn the ball over. Just try to get the ball down, get some good yardage, and whatever happens, but just don't turn it over.
Empty backfield. 2 wide receivers split both sides. Now Fry in motion. Tucker looks. Passes over the middle and just out of the reach of Heisler.
That was the right idea. I mean, that was really well. The way he dropped back, that was really well executed, just a bit high.
I can't see, and if the folks saw if the camera was right, I'm sure it was, that you could see it coming right at us here,
right.
and it was nothing but open field.
Saw the 2, thought he had Wood. Turned out it was a 22, had Heisler. It's height difference on those 2.
Not 6 foot.
No.
Tucker passes far side, screen tight play. See the blockers out there, and it is picked up, and he's down at the 17-yard line.
Heisler has the same kind of height advantage that I do. I don't hit my head on very many things. You normal size human males don't understand that. We can walk in and out of trailers, no problem.
7 receptions, 45 yards for DeLong.
Wow.
Might have to use that reference next game to bring you into the hard hat.
Very nice.
James never needs to wear one of these when he walks around town.
Exactly right.
Empty backfield, 3 wide receivers near side. Tucker puts a man in motion. That's Fry. Fires and has Lane Wood just over his reach. Incomplete pass will bring us to the end of the half. So we are ending the first half with the Tigers down 14-6. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. You're watching it all live right here on Hub Network Live. just step back into to retouch base with you. 18 minutes here remaining during the halftime, and the Miami War Dog Marching Band and Color Guard will take the field, and we'll be right back with you in a few minutes with RCB at the half. That's my bank, and Bruce Vogt and Vogt's Notes coming right back to you in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
See, that's what happens when I'm out of practice.
Right, I know it, but it's,
Travis did everything right, and he then had to point to me like, hey, get over here and push the button. So welcome to RCB at the Half. I'm James Caulfield, Bruce Vogt. Man, thank you guys for joining us. A great game going on, 14-6. Bruce, at the halftime, what do you see?
right. And again, thanks RCB Bank for sponsoring the halftime, and we are. We're on track. I mean, we're not playing a bad game. We just our execution. We've got to be a little bit more crisp and clear on the execution. Run our patterns a little bit better. Right now, Tucker, he's under no pressure at all back there, so he can pick and choose as he wishes. And just so far, the secondary of the War Dogs has just been pretty tight on that. They'll work that out at halftime. We're only down by 8 points. That's not a biggie. You mentioned that earlier.
Right. And what we've seen at Tucker tonight, we've really seen that arm come alive, and he's just overshooting. He's on target. He just overshot some really, really good key plays.
And our receivers are there down the line as far as the long pass. We just got to get that ball to them a little bit quicker. Sometimes you've got to anticipate where they're going to be and then throw the ball, let your receivers run underneath it, because they're not just always going to just break open and separate from their defender and give you a good clear shot. So sometimes you just got to take that chance, throw it, and see what happens. Tucker, 9 for 18 for 93 yards. So, he's on target. He's doing okay. He's making the plays he needs to. On the receiving end, you got Woods. He's 1 for 5. He's got 4 yards. DeLong, 4 catches for 45 yards. Fry, 2 catches, 60. Everybody's getting an opportunity here to catch, and Tucker is finding everybody. Kersey, 2 catches for 25 yards. So offensively, our receivers are getting open. We've just got to get some yardage after the catch and open this up a little bit. We're getting a good balance, the rushing side of it. DeLong has 8 yards. Tucker 7 carries for 17 yards, our only TD. And Fry has 3 for 21. So the balance is there. We've just got to execute a little bit better and get that yardage after the catch. And then, I just don't know what we can do offensively better because, we're hitting on the cylinders we need to be hitting on.
Well, not hit the goalpost for one thing. So that's one of those things. And you can't help it. You just have nights like that. And so I use that goalpost as an example. Tucker, he's throwing just a little bit high. And honestly, he's stepping into the passes better than I've seen him step. And I think it's like, hey, as confidence is building, he's realized what kind of an arm he has. And so it's just getting away from him a little bit. You never know what goes into that, what goes into hitting the goalpost. And it's just finishing those plays. We haven't given up any really huge plays except one big play downfield.
Well, and the thing is, we've tried the screen pass twice. It just weren't executed very well. They had the receivers open. They had the linemen out there to do the blocking. We just had, again, a high pass, and we just not executing after the catch or not making the catch at all.
That being said, the Tigers have played very clean tonight.
Very clean.
So what we've seen, and so there have been the turnovers. There hasn't been any of that going on. They've played solid, played clean, take care of the ball, doing what they need to do. And, we know the third quarter is their favorite quarter to score in.
It is, and again, don't panic. We've got 2 quarters left to play. This game is not out of hand.
Yeah.
And, let's see what the coaches come out with strategy-wise. And, again, the players are executing what they need to do. They just need to make it a little bit more crisp and get that that after the play. You got to get that yardage after the play. We haven't been doing that, and I keep harping on that, and I hate to keep harping on it.
I know you keep harping on it, but there's 11 guys on the other side of the ball that says you're not getting.
I know, because
yards after the play.
Tucker's getting the protection he needs.
Yeah.
That line is doing a great job giving Fry and Tucker lanes to run down. I mean, when you got Owings and Rolfe, Jackson, Griffin, and Cruz in front of you, it's hard. I mean, they make you look like a good player. Mm-hmm. And you should capitalize on that, and I hope they do. Defensively.
And by the way, we do think Tucker's a good player.
Oh,
we don't think he just looks like one. We think he is one.
Well, that's true.
Great player.
Yeah,
He's doing a great job.
I totally agree with you. I think we've got 11 great players out there on offense.
And I haven't said this, but Tucker has far exceeded, and I thought he was going to do good this year, but he has far exceeded anything. In fact, the entire Tiger offense has far exceeded anything that I thought they were going to do. The defense is about what I thought they were going to be, but the offense has just been really impressive this year.
I think the offense is all 11 of them are impressive. They're all doing their jobs. They're all getting open. We just got to get the ball to them. We got to get it down and get it in their hands and then let them do what they do best once they get a hold of it. Once they get that timing issue, and we need to be getting it pretty quick, I think our offense will click a lot better, and it'll look better on the scoreboard. Kersey has 3 tackles. DeLong with a couple. Fry, again, where is Fry? You know, in the first few games, you know, we saw him in the backfield so many times on stunts and to the outside, going outside and getting some tackles. I need to probably key in on that a little bit more and see if he's getting double teamed or if somebody's keeping an eye on him when he tries to come in on the line. Because then you got Wilson and Harper. They 3 tackles each. Rolfe has 1. Cruz and Hoover, again, making a difference down there on that interior line. But here at nose guard, we have Hunter Anson. Where did he come from? All of a sudden, he just come alive, and he's just definitely somebody there in the middle that's causing problems for this War Dog offense. So I'm enjoying watching him, and he's just a sophomore, so we're going to get a lot of him. And coming out in the second half, what do you want to see our offense do there, James?
Well, I just like to see Tucker settle in. I like the way he stepped into the class, but settle in and make that adjustment to bring him down just a little bit. He's on the numbers. He's going to be there. And so it's just taking a little bit off and letting them have it. It really has saved him a few times, stepping into those and throwing them low, but when they're sailing on him. Also, I'd like to see a little more creativity out of the offense. You know, just try some things. You've got so many offensive weapons with the Tigers, and I'd like to see a little bit more creativity around the outside, a little bit more creativity in how you're throwing up the passes. We saw one as he's dropping back and Heisler's dropping, just kind of fading into the middle. I like that creativity. We definitely have the ability to do it and to make those plays happen.
And it's like you said, and what we saw up here, that play was destined for some yardage.
Yep.
Because it was wide open over the right side. It just was sailed a little bit high again and just couldn't come down with it. And, you know, that was just with a minute left in the half. So did they see something there? Hopefully they did. But that's just one thing we've got to do offensively is shorten that pass up a little bit, establish that pass, get that rhythm, and then the long pass will come.
Yeah.
But establish that rhythm passing, get in tune with your receivers, and then the rest will come in play. Rushing, Fry's doing a good job keeping them off balance. Defensively, we got to watch that deep guy. Our free safety's got to be a little bit more in tune with somebody making that long break.
Yeah.
But, you know, we did say that quarterback for the War Dogs put it right on the money. There's not too many defenders that could have done much about that anyway.
Yeah, that was a great pass. It really was.
But I want to thank everybody for, you know, listening in to the RCB halftime. James, thanks for sitting in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Votes, notes, we'll continue on, and we'll keep stats. Post game, I don't know if we're going to be able to talk with the coach since we're
Hopefully.
about a half a mile away from the field.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah. So, but we'll try to update you on some stats and at the end of the game.
And Joe Kennedy is doing better and better, but we can't wait till he is back with us. He does make such a difference. We're all filling in and getting it done, but it is better when we have the pro with us, and so we appreciate that and glad he's doing better. And hope he continues to heal up. Joe, if you're watching, we want you to continue to get better. We miss you.
Yep.
That's going to do it for RCB at the half and Votes and Notes. We'll be right back with more play in 12 seconds.
Take us away, Travis.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, after the RCP at the half and votes, notes, and commentary on the first half from those guys. We have a 14-6 score. Tigers come out kicking off in this second half against the War Dogs of Miami. And Miller, of course, will take those duties on, and the Tigers looking to change some things around. I wanted to add one thing to what you guys were talking about, and it kind of occurred when I was watching the color guard for Miami's band, as that kick will be taken at the 5-yard line. We'll get back to the comment in a moment. Return, hammer down. Good tackle. That's going to be around the 22-yard line.
That was a good tackle by Harper.
And that comment, it was that the when you look at the American flag, and I was noticing this off the flags of the color guard, there is a definite wind coming across the field. And we talk about just being a little high or a little off on some of the targets. The wind could be playing a huge factor in that.
We're used to being in that wind, and I felt kind of bad after you said that. I look down, I see the flag is significantly standing out there.
Well, and we are in a very enclosed space where we would normally notice that. So it is something that is definitely playing a factor tonight, and we hope to see some of those adjustments be made. First down and 10 now from the 22-yard line. War Dog first down. Tiger defense has some work cut out for them. Climb back into this one. Handoff over the right side. That's a way to get started.
Harper and Fry just hammered him.
Gain of maybe one on the play.
5 tackles for both Harper and Fry here tonight.
I'll say loss of one. The loss of 3/4. That's pretty, you know, it's a game of, definitely a game of centimeters here. Penalty flag is being assessed against Miami.
It's been pretty much a flag-free game so far. Not like last week.
We've been used to playing in some flag football games lately. Yeah. Had I known talking about the history of the flag last week would cause the referees to get so excited to throw so many, I mean, we might have thought that back different. This will move the ball back to the 16.
It was some good info, though. I mean, I never really thought about it, but it definitely very interesting.
Down by a score and a 2-point conversion. Tiger defense now moving War Dogs backwards. Replay first down. 18 from the 18-yard line. A pass to the near side of the field. The receiver just can't hold on. On the coverage was Lane Wood.
Let me tell you something. The only thing that prevented that touchdown was number 18.
Yeah, and he does
not catching the ball.
I always like to look at it. Sumapang. He doesn't miss very many of those.
No, and that was executed perfectly by everybody involved right up to the catch. He's beating himself up on the sideline because you just want those back.
And the thing that makes those work is that is an out route that's then turned into an upfield route, and that can cause the would-be coverage defensive backer to lose a step or two.
And he had 2 steps on Wood, which is not easy to do.
Incomplete pass brings up second down. Lillard, 2 backs in the backfield, takes the snap, hands off right side, immediately closes.
Harper's playing a great ball game. 6 tackles for him on that, counting that one.
Hoover also, Cruz also in the area. Shutting that down, another loss.
Yep.
Tiger defense taking matters into their own hands. Go ahead.
Harper's definitely protecting that tight end position out there. I mean, that's 2 stunts that he's come in and got in the backfield.
This will bring up a third down, 15 to go. Ball still at the 18-yard line. We are just under 11 minutes in the third quarter. Single back set, double tight ends. The snap, quarterback rolls to his left, fires downfield again. Sumapang in the area. He's able to reel that one in right around the 50 and gets down at the 48.
You know, I'm just telling you right now, if the long plays the ball and sees what he's doing, turns around right there, it's his ball to take.
Exactly.
And I believe he would have received that. You know, he just had no idea it was coming in short like that.
Yeah, you saw him at the end of the play just look his head up like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I think he might have even thought that's unplayable, and Sumapang just adjusted to it.
And again, and I can't pronounce the guy's, the receiver's name, but you know, he's a senior and he's got some good moves down the sideline.
I was wanting to look now because it just caught my eye and something I hadn't noticed before. Okay, Hayden Miller, number 75 for the line.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's huge.
6'3". They don't give his weight, but he is a big fella.
He's closer to 3 than he is 2, I'll tell you that.
That block opened up, and Roman Tucker and Jason Edwards team up for the tackle on Kyler Walker.
Yeah, him and 53 both are, woo.
Yeah, 75, and then you said 53 was the other one. I mean, there's a weight on a few of these guys.
Yeah.
53 is 220 pounds, 5'8".
He's not 5'8". That is a lie. that kid, the 5'8" kid, is hitting him at his shoulder.
You're right. It's 54 that's 5'8".
Yeah. Woo.
So there's
Man.
how you keep people guessing. You don't list the weights
Yeah, exactly.
online. Handoff left side, has a hole. Eventually taken down near the 36-yard line.
And that is an old school coach tactics. We're not going to tell you how big our linemen are. We'll tell you how tall they are, so I can tell you how big they are.
Harper picks up his 7th tackle.
71 is 6'4" and 290 pounds. So let's gauge everybody else off of 71.
That's right. And 53 is taller than him
Yeah.
by a lot.
On the move, War Dogs now at the 37-yard line, knocking on the Tiger door. 9:27 remaining in the third quarter, and the War Dogs are protecting an 8-point lead. Tiger defense really looked good. Several plays into this, they started to, well, luck went a little the other way.
Fry and Wilson save a touchdown.
I fell for the fake on that one. Quarterback keeper. Lillard.
War Dog did make a few adjustments from the first half so far that we've seen.
There, the officials took a moment to kind of eyeball that one with the chain gang. Going to bring up a second down and 1 yard to go. Ball at the 28-yard line. I have to believe this is purposeful on the War Dogs side to slow things down, most likely use clock, score again, start to, increase lead, give less time to the Tigers.
And that, again, Tiger defense is going to have to make the adjustments because they're working this left side over here or the near sideline.
That handoff goes left side. Several Tigers there. Eventually driven out of bounds.
And Hunter Anson right there at the bottom of the pile.
Jason Edwards and Wilson also contributing.
Yep.
Man, Domino's makes some good cinnamon sticks, I'll tell you that. Or so I've heard.
Yeah. How are their Supremes?
I didn't get any of that. I'm a little disappointed in that. I'm not going to lie. I would have been disappointed, but somebody said they got Supreme. Lied to me. And I don't think it was on purpose, but I'm not sure it wasn't. I'm not certain about that.
3 wide receivers to the far side, single back set. Willard hands off, goes left side again. This time, Cruz comes through the line, makes the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit by Michael Cruz.
And he came right down the line and just stayed with that tackle. That was a good job by Michael Cruz.
Tigers now starting to find an answer to some of that
Yeah.
big line they got going on.
And I'm not sure what they saw on this left side or this near sideline, but the War Dogs have just pounded this near sideline this whole series of downs.
Now a single back, 3 wide receivers far side. Lillard will take the snap. Drop back to pass, looks downfield, flush from the pocket. In pursuit is Fry, puts a hit on. The ball is caught, however, around the 13, 14-yard line. Kind of another acrobatic catch. This time, is that 28?
Followed by an acrobatic pass.
That was 13 on the reception.
Kendrick Cook.
You know, that's a good throw by the quarterback. Off balance and lofted it probably 15, 20 yards.
Well, where I was going with what he did was he adjusted to the route when he saw his quarterback was in trouble and came back, and that allowed.
And the defenders didn't go with him.
Yeah, and that can oftentimes create that gap between the defender when you're on good coverage. Works to the advantage of the War Dogs in this case. Brings up a first down and 10. Ball at the 13-yard line. Handoff right side. Still on his feet. Several Tigers in on the stop. He'll be taken down around the 6-yard line.
Fry come up from the bottom. That pile, 7 tackles for Fry.
That'll bring up a second down. They are able to get a first down, I believe, at the 3-4 yard line.
Tigers yet to get a hold of the ball here in the third.
Ty Lucio will check back into this game. Yeah, 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it's been all War Dogs.
Now Lillard, double tied in, set, hands off right side. Makes a man miss, eventually taken down near the 5, maybe 4 yard line.
I know it's a college stadium and all, but that's a really crisp, clean-looking scoreboard.
It is.
You know, compared to all the different color letters and stuff like that, that one is really easy to read, easy to see. Someone's got it. It's not so bright that it's blinding on all the whites. That's a really nice, well-done scoreboard. Sorry, I just had to chime that in.
I can smell what you're stepping in. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Lillard now from the shotgun again. He'll keep over the right side, tries the end zone himself, flips over a would-be tackler, and is in for the score. 4:23 remaining, 4:22 remaining here in the third quarter, and the War Dogs take their opening possession and put 6 more on the board, bringing the score 20-6.
Yeah, and look how much time that they ran off the board just on that one possession, Travis. 4:22 left in the third, and the War Dogs had it the whole time.
Like I said, I think there might be some strategy there. This extra point will go against the wind. Hold is good. Kick looks good. It is good. 21-6 with 4:22 remaining in the third quarter. The Tigers will receive the kick and have their opening possession of the third quarter.
Opening kicks, huh? Speaking of opening kicks, if you kick your toe on the side of your bed and need some repair, you can go see Dr. Carl McCauley or Amber Reineke at Cushing Family Practice and Stillwater Medical. 2340 East Main Street or 918-725-1901. Specialty care is available. How about that?
Speaking of how about that, a penalty flag just came on the field as the Tigers took the field and were setting up for the return.
What's that about?
They didn't like something. Maybe sideline warning.
Yep.
Coach doesn't seem to be too happy about something over there. And the thing is, you know, defensively, the Tigers gave up a couple big fourth down plays that kept the War Dogs on the field. But other than that, the defense was pretty stellar.
Okay, so they're going to call that an unsportsmanlike, I believe. I don't think he ever did this with his hands, so that's the difference in that call. And of course, nobody at home can see what I'm waving my arms forward. Yeah, he just
they
held it
can.
out, so it's
I've got a camera in here. We can make that happen for sure.
Now kicking from the Tiger 45-yard line, and both would-be returners standing at the goal line.
Oh.
You know, that's against the wind, by the way.
So just in case, everybody at home, we're going to let you. We're going to let.
Fly.
There you go. That's the signal. Yeah, that's right.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's right. Correcto mundo, sir. There you go, folks. We have the ability.
The Caulfield Cam.
That's right. Caulfield Cam.
And I'm still wondering. I didn't see anything happen on the field that
Somebody said something.
What upset the coach?
There was a
Likely
chipper
would be
little comment.
language, yeah.
Yep.
Because, I mean, the guys ran out on the field, came near the official, and then you see a flag come out.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's the handoff to Fry. Patiently waiting for the hole to open. He's able to gain a couple yards on the play. Call it 3. Ball was spotted at the 23-yard line.
4 carries, 24 yards for Fry.
Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap. Tucker looks far side, has Wood over there, and he adjusts, cannot bring that one in. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down.
Wood has been the target 6 times and only with 4 yards.
Now, we all know my eyes may need checked. It's been a year. Lane Wood's on this side of the field. That's Kersey over there. I don't think Lane came all the way back over here. That must have been intended for Kersey.
That was Kersey.
Thank you.
Was that Kersey? Okay.
I didn't want to say anything.
Well,
guys.
it's correction in real time. It's now Roman Tucker looks near side. There's Lane Wood. He brings that one in near the 35-yard line, and that will be good for a Tiger 1st down and 10. It did look like he took a shot on the tackle.
He did. Right in the sore ribs, man.
Yeah, kind of got up off the ground like I get out of bed sometimes in the morning. Oh!
12 yards on that play.
He'll feel that when he's 54 years old and getting out of bed.
Well, that was his 6th target for 16 yards for Woods.
Keep calling the wrong number. We'll have Bruce redoing stats throughout the entire game. This run over the right side, Roman Tucker makes his way to the 37-yard line. Just shy of. It'll be a gain of a couple on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 8.
8 carries to 19 yards for Tucker with the only touchdown so far for the Tigers.
2 wide receivers both side. Fry out of the backfield. Heads out in the flats. There's DeLong. There's a tackle.
-4 on that one.
One of those you'd rather just miss. Ugh.
Undoubtedly, no doubt. Spots the ball at the 33-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and a little over 11. Call it 12. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Tigers have yet to get out of there into the field on this drive. Needing to put this drive together to stay in the ball game, down 21-6. Firing Lane Wood over the middle. Forward momentum may get the 1st down. He was close. He needed the 45. And they're going to spot him there or just over.
11 yards for Woods on that one.
No signal yet. White hat takes a look at it. There's the 1st down signal. Tiger 1st down and 10. Much to the disagreement of the peanut gallery. 1st down and 10 from the 45-yard line. 3 wide receivers far side. Here's Tucker with the snap. The bowler snap picked up by Fry, and he's loose. He gets several out of what would be nothing. Makes his way to the 50-yard line. That looked like a shortstop fielding a grounder and just said, I can beat him to the 2nd base.
Making the most out of it.
Yeah.
What I was impressed with, Fry, no hesitation at all. He saw the ball on ground. He knew he had to do something. He picked it up and just ran forward. Great positive yard. Great field awareness on Fry's part.
This handoff again, Jeter to the right side. Fights his way forward. Like my shortstop reference there.
Nice.
That was Fry on the
like
carry.
Very good.
Fry on the carry. Makes the 1st down.
6 yards for Fry.
Gets his way just shy of the 43-yard line. It'll be a 1st down and 10.
6 carries, 35 yards for Kellen Fry.
3 wide receivers on the far side. Here's Tucker with the snap. Hands off to Fry again. Going right side through the crease. Gets his head down and carries a couple tacklers inside the 40. Call it the 39-yard line.
Another 5 for Fry, 40 yards, 7 carries. So Fry's definitely trying to make a difference here in the third, trying to get that momentum back on the Tigers' side of the field.
50 seconds remaining, third quarter. And the Tiger offense now knocking on the door. Would like nothing more than to open it, welcome themselves. And that is a catch by Kersey on the far side of the field, and a nice catch.
7 yards on that catch for Kersey. Great catch.
He adjusted and extended and used both heads. Lots of concentration to pull that one in. He'll come near side, split out with Lane Wood. Joining them will be Heisler. Fry will go left side, so all wide receivers. Here's the snap. And screen play to the left side of the field. DeLong still on his feet, fights to the 32, maybe a loss of 1 or 2 on the play.
Man, he fought hard just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As a seconds tick away here in this quarter, that's going to end the third quarter of play.
Man.
Now, that's going to be the end of our third quarter of play. And the Tigers will stay on the march. They'll go to the other side of the field. In the meantime, James can tell us about some great places to eat around Cushing.
Woohoo! Muggs' Grub House in Yale, Oklahoma. Cowboy cooking with a kick. And listen, I would say a whole lot more, but we said a whole lot in the first half about how good Muggs' Grub House is and how much we love brisket, so we'll just move on to the next one. Muggs' Grub House there in Yale. Becker Pharmacy and Medical Supply, Soon Going and Doug Baker. Give them a call at 918-225-2200. Cushing's only locally owned pharmacy. You can give them a visit also at 1022 East Cherry Street there in Cushing. Baker Pharmacy.
Tigers coming back out. 12 minutes remaining in this one, down 21-6. Offense is on the move. Didn't have much time in the third quarter to do that. And they'll start this fourth quarter from the 32-yard line of the War Dogs.
Tucker, he's 12 for 23, or 12 completions, 23 attempts for 107 yards. No TDs yet.
4 wide receivers to the far side. I usually anticipate a man in motion, one to the near. There's the man in motion. Wrong man. He comes in. I didn't expect that. Tucker will run to his left side, finds a hole, makes his way down near the 15-yard line. Flags came in back near the 30, most likely the area of possible holding.
It was not the man in the middle.
Yeah, it's against the Tigers.
Great run. Good practice.
Great play.
I concur.
I thought the play was set up well. Get your 4 receivers out to the opposite side of the field. Have your guy in motion. Come in and grab the linebacker or the tight end as Tucker ran to the outside.
Boy, I didn't see it. I was watching the delay here on the Facebook, and man, I didn't see it at all.
I don't think the holding made the play happen though.
This time the guy that I thought was going to be in motion is Fry. Comes near side. Roman Tucker flushed, finds DeLong out in the flats, and that one skipped off the turf. Another baseball play move, but however, go all for naught, incomplete pass. It's going to bring up third down. Tigers in a hole here, 20 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 42, just inside the 42-yard line. Incomplete pass, stopped the clock with 11:33 remaining in the game. The wind continues to blow now in the face of the Tigers. As Tucker drops back, he'll take off. That one closed a little quick on him. He was able to gain 2, maybe 3 yards on the play, spot the ball at the 39-yard line. He had an open seam for a moment.
Give him 2 yards. He has 8 carries, 21 yards, and the only TD for the Tigers tonight.
We're approaching the 11-minute mark. This will bring up a fourth down, long distance to go, 17 yards. And you do hear, as we're on this War Dog side of the field, the audience and the crowd, the sideline coming to life. Tucker drops back to pass. Over the middle is DeLong. Can't make a man miss. One man misses. He has a lot better opportunity to turn that into big yardage. And the result of the play will be a turnover on downs. War Dogs will take over from the 43-yard line, first down and 10. And what we can definitely really hope here is that they do not have a long possession like they did the third quarter.
Correct, Mundo. And that was one of those plays that I was really surprised because the War Dogs have been swarming to the ball the last 3 plays. I mean, they're just getting more and more aggressive, covering back to the ball. So we showed this little short pass. You'd think that'd be a good time to test the waters downfield a little, but that's why I'm up here and the coaches is down there.
There, quarterback keeper runs right into Tiger defense. Max Hoover.
There.
And I don't want anybody to think that I'm questioning the coaches. I'm not. It's easy to sit up here.
Gain of maybe yard and a half, 2.
Big defensive stand for the Tigers here. They need to come up big here.
Going to call it second down and 9. That's from the back end of the ball. The front end of the ball has second down 8 3/4. Tiger defense needing a stop. Lillard with the snap. Hands off. Right side. Keeps. Left side. Faked me out again. He is getting good at that.
Tucker be credited with the tackles. He knocked him out of bounds over there on the outside. But you're right. That's 2 times that the quarterback had a good fake and took it to the outside.
Yeah, tell me I'm not crazy. I mean, that's a good fake.
It was a good fake.
That was a good fake.
I mean, I didn't bite on it, but it was a good fake.
Okay.
I was looking through the binoculars and he faked me out.
In fact, I followed it out, and then you said, hand it off. I thought, oh, I missed it.
You might have been.
I missed the.
You might have been using the Kaufeld cam.
Hey, you know what? Listen, I was looking at the screen too.
Yeah.
So there is that. I was looking at the camera work. You guys are looking at the field.
Brings up a first down and 10. Tiger defense needing a turnover. This time handoff does go right side.
Uh-oh.
And some running room there. One guy to beat, one coming from behind. Able to push him down. Forward for a couple more. It's going to be a first down and goal inside the 5, maybe the 3 or 2 yard line.
And DeLong saved a touchdown on that, but he had to come a long way to make that tackle.
Yeah, you wonder if Wood's not feeling good or something. He's just a little off tonight. He's not his normal
aggressive stuff.
Yeah, he's just everything seems he's just like he's not feeling good, like a bug or something.
Well, this score, first of all, is not going to happen. However, if it would put them at a 28-6 lead right around 8 minutes remaining in the game, the Tiger offense would have a lot of work cut out for them.
It's all uphill.
Needed a turnover here. Handoff left side, has Blue in front of him, and a would-be defender can't get him down, and touchdown is signaled.
And it's almost as if the wind has gone out of Tiger's sail here. I mean, DeLong didn't put a whole lot of effort into trying to tackle there.
Well, that's probably safe to say at this point that the 3-eye road trips have not been kind to the Tigers. And
you know what? If I'm reading the brackets right, and I'm not always reading it right, but I think there's a strong possibility we take a 4-hour if our district would be going to Broken Bow.
That's correct. We looked at it last week and kind of broke it down over the phone and went, winning this game could mean this or mean that, and losing it could mean that. And I was like, okay.
The last time we went down there, we got flooded out on the way down. Had to play the game the next day.
Yeah. That kick is up and good, 28-6, 8:25 remaining in the game. But hey, a kickoff ran back all the way. A quick scoring 1-2 punch offense. A defensive turnover. Woo! You are switching it right around quickly, and that is primarily what I'm talking about.
Cushing Primary Care, Stillwater Medical, 918-725-1599 at 600 South Linwood. Dr. Courtney Elliott, Brian Hightower, Lisa No, and Dr. Randy Grellner for all your medical needs. Cushing primary care.
Yeah, I missed that by the primary prescription.
Nice. I did appreciate it. I don't think I didn't appreciate it.
Well,
There's a big hole to dig out of with 8:25 left in the fourth.
I mean, that scenario is not impossible.
No.
Those things happen. Some things working to the War Dogs' advantage. A kicker that puts it nearly in the end zone. Now he has the wind at his back.
Yeah.
You know, Tigers have good special teams, good blockers. Here's the kick. The scenario is in play. This will be Simpson on the return. Makes a guy miss, still on his feet, makes his way across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Time for the 1-2 punch.
Tigers still showing some good life there. I mean, Simpson did a great job. They set him up a good wall there, and he was able to follow it down and get some very positive yards. Our special teams have done a pretty good job tonight, I mean, as far as on returns.
This will be first down and 10 from the 31-yard line. And Tucker with the snap. He'll keep to his right side. Design quarterback run. Gain of maybe 5 on the play. Down around the 37-yard line.
4 yards for Tucker. 10 carries, 25 yards for Tucker.
That'll bring up a second down. Second down and 4 coming up for the Tigers. Kersey split to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Fry, the single back set. He'll get the handoff, tries left side, has some running room. Makes his way out near the 45-yard line. Picks up enough for the first down.
8 yards for Fry, 8 carries, 48 yards. And the Tigers probably need to show a little bit of urgency here.
Yeah, we see everybody running a lot quicker around. The play clock's hardly getting started, and they're off to the next play. Pass into the near flats. DeLong, if he can make a man miss, will gain some yards. Gets across the 50, still on his feet, lowered that shoulder, and some good power running by DeLong. He gets out inside the 40 to the 44-yard line.
And they're going to give him 11 yards.
Yeah, well-earned 11 yards.
Absolutely. 2 catches. Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't go there. That's a 11 yards.
Bruce having an argument with his pencil.
He is.
Man, I need some mathematical help.
Roman Tucker now keeps around the right side, makes a guy miss, gets near the first down, and then some down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That'll be a Tiger first down and 10.
Just enough to move the pins. And by just enough, I mean like 4 yards.
Yeah.
16 yards.
Nice run.
Yes.
There's some of that aggressiveness. A minute and 30 seconds, a minute 25 seconds so far into this possession. Tigers at the 27, 28.
Exact lane he didn't take earlier, and that's shows exactly what it does and gives a little bit of open field.
Roman now back to pass. Just hits Lane Wood and falls down. Not Lane, the ball.
Yo, correct. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Hit him in the numbers. Those numbers are slick sometimes.
Incomplete pass brings up second down.
That's what I mean. Lane Wood is just off. That's why I say he must not be feeling good. Something going on. He's not his normal self tonight.
Well, that was one of those heaters.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Tucker. A little bit of pressure. Fires to the end zone. Has a man there. Looks caught. Is not caught. That's going to be incomplete on the fall down coverage. Heisler did a nice job of getting open. Roman Tucker did a great job of finding him.
I thought he was going to bring that one in.
I did too.
You know, you wonder how much of the loss last week to Wagner has taken some of the wind out of their sails. And then how much of this is just, hey, you got to bounce back.
Yep. And the Tigers came out looking good in that first quarter. I mean, a good drive, put the ball into the end zone.
There was the doink.
That's right. Here is fake handoff, hot route.
Oh, yeah.
DeLong pulls that one in. He said, I'm not letting one of those away from me again.
And that was on the nails of his fingers. That wasn't even on the fingertips. He reels that one in.
And I just go back to something for a minute on that. Why are the passes a little higher right there over the middle? Well, we talked about the size of these defensive guys. They're 6'2", they're 6'3".
You're not getting it to them without going high.
Yeah. This pass out in the far flats, caught, then down to around the 10-yard line, believe. Fry on the reception. Tigers can get a first down.
That's 4 receptions, 23 yards.
Brings up 2nd down and 4. And pass to the end zone. And it will be caught near the 1-yard line.
Byline would.
Inside the 1-yard line, 3/4 yard line.
I'm not letting that one go.
It will be a first down and 10, first down and goal for the Tigers. So now we have, we get to finish the play we were trying to finish last week at Wagner to stay in that game. And this time we're going to finish it. It's going to put us right back in it with 5 minutes left. Underneath center, quarterback sneak, pushed from behind. No signal yet. There's the signal, touchdown, Tigers. Roman Tucker, quarterback sneak style. So there's the first part of the equation. Finished what seemed to have stubbed our toe last week, and now turn it around. 5:15 remaining. Tigers 12, War Dogs 28.
12 carries.
Are you going for 2 or are you kicking?
12 carries, 42 yards, 2 touchdowns for Roman Tucker.
I probably go for 2, but I'm an ag teacher, so.
I was going to think about that about math, too. You're either good at it or you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not. My wife is, so.
It is a 2-point conversion effort. Anybody running to the right will have the whole side of the field, and Roman Tucker leads that way. Fires, has the man, and the 2-point conversion is good. That's Heisler on the reception.
That's at least the second time this year we've seen that play. We've seen it once more with Fry, and man, that is a great play. Gets everybody biting and shifting to that far side, and then back across the field.
5:15 remaining now. Tigers down to 28-14. That puts you exactly 2 scores down.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the type of I don't know, onside kicks and they start playing. The defense getting a turnover starts to play in.
Yep.
Maybe as long as your line can continue to block for you, which could take us back home for a minute.
There it is. Put your expertise to work for you, and he's talking about H&R Block. Blocking for you when it comes to taxes. Block has your back, and that means getting you every credit deduction you deserve. H&R Block, 401 East Main in Cushing. I'll get it in a minute, folks. I promise. There it is. All right, back to you guys.
As they're getting set for this kick, Miller comes out from his own 40. I'd like to mention that over the next 7 days, we want to ask our audience and you guys as well to be on the lookout for spreading the word for the Cushing Community Thanksgiving Dinner coming up in November. We will get advertisements out on Facebook and around town for where donations can be made, and we'll effort that as a community, putting on that dinner that last year served over 250 people and had lots of carryouts and lots of deliveries. Miller for the onside kick. There's the hop. There's the cover, and it is a War Dog recovery. So the defense will have a shorter field to work with. However, you got to start somewhere, and that's not a bad place to start.
That's exactly right.
17 of 32 for Tucker for 143 yards passing tonight. So yardage-wise, he's a little bit below his yearly average.
Again, we will have where to donate and things coming out within the next, 5 to 7 days. That those first meetings took place today, and we are underway for that campaign. So once you see that, please spread the word to as many people as you can. Now for the War Dogs. 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff straight ahead. Plenty of room, and the flag comes in near the line.
Former beanbag thrown on the play.
It's all fun and games till eye gets put out.
That
a former weapon used against a Oklahoma player. Thrown on the play. Chop block.
Chop block. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's the one where a guy was high and another guy was
That's
low.
right.
And it's
That's the definition between a chop block and a cut block. Cut block is legal. Chop block is not. The difference is he engaged?
yeah.
If he's engaged with another player and you cut his knees out for nothing, you get a flag. Or so I was told.
Moves the ball back inside the 32-yard line. 5:06 still remaining in the game. It remains first down, but there's a lot of field now to cover. The War Dogs need to get to the 43-yard line for a first down on the Cushing side of the field. Maybe utilize some timeouts, get the ball back, and turn this thing around quicker than later. That handoff right side. Fry coming up, Lucio coming up. Be a gain of a couple on the play.
You know, I can't tell if it's air conditioner kicking on or the wind blowing in that window. It's feeling a little not as comfortable in our fancy booth.
Yeah. That has me concerned with the walking out of the stadium.
Yeah. Listen, I brought a warm shirt in
Can I get
just
an
for that
Uber?
walk out. Yeah,
Can I get an Uber
exactly.
from here out to the parking lot?
Yeah.
Because I did not bring anything warm.
Hey, listen, I thought I was going to walk for a mile, and a guy pulled out right in front of the stadium. I was like, oh. Okay.
Quarterback keeps over the left side. That play has worked. It will put the War Dogs in a much more manageable third down. It'll still be third down and long.
Travis, I bought on number 12 all the way down the field. I followed him all the way down the field like he was carrying the football.
That time, instinct kicked in.
Yeah, I did. I watched him all the way down. I was like, what? Why didn't they let him go? Why isn't he running faster?
Yeah. It'll bring up a third down, and I believe 12 once we return to action. There's a Hillcrest Hospital timeout on the field. Hillcrest Hospital timeout on the field. And rumor has it, there's a group in town that never takes a timeout.
That's Randy Robinette, State Farm. Good news, rates just got lower. Robinette Insurance Agency at 1614 East Main Street in Cushing. Give them a call, 918-225-1957. And Cushing Family Pharmacy and Compounding Center, MedSync, Immunizations and Compounding at 918-225-5200, or give them a visit, 200 South Highland in Cushing. That's Cushing Family Pharmacy. Wow.
Tigers able to hold that to a third down and 12, so a good, sharp stop here. Possibly that quarterback fake will be a go-to. We've seen that work for them really well. They've thrown some deep balls pretty well. They just need to get to the 43-yard line again to get the first down.
I tell you right now, folks, you are not getting live reads, input like that on any other channel but the Hub Network. They may try, but they're not getting them as good as Travis, I can promise you.
Could say that they're only as good as the companies that actually bring up the sponsorship dollars to keep
Nice.
Hub Network live free for you weeks in and weeks out.
They got quite a discussion going on down here. He says, pay attention, attention. There's a ball on the field.
An official timeout here to visit with the head coach. And maybe a game clock.
Oh, there we go, yep.
Go 4 minutes maybe.
I tell you what, this was a lot easier when we were at Grove and they had a microphone on that guy.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That sped things up a
4:09.
lot.
4:09 is what they reset the game clock to.
So they put 4 seconds back on the clock.
Well, we won't complain about that.
We'll take all those seconds. We may need them.
Third down and 12 from the 45-yard line. Here's Lillard. There's that quarterback fake, and he gets that running room again. Just gets saved on the tackle by Fry.
Man,
And you can see the frustration by Fry.
that was an ankle tackle. 10 tackles for Fry, and he saved 6 points.
Yep, gave up a first down. Now, I'm going to credit this to the fact that that is working, and it is a good
It
fake,
is
but
working.
It's extremely well executed.
It is.
They're blocking it well.
Yeah.
He's just got nothing but green grass out there, or in this case, green turf, all day long.
And I think that was Fry's frustration. My lip reading wasn't on it, but it looked like, guys, I
Golly
need you
gee
to get off
willikers.
your block
Yeah.
and get him before he crossed the line. But those guys are when they're that big, it's a little bit difficult to get off the block, especially got the long arms like that.
Yeah. This will come near side, handoff. Fry gets that tackle again. Running back stumbles forward for a couple more, spot the ball at the 30-yard line, and it will bring up, might be a first down. And it is indeed a first down.
That big number 75 came sliding down the line with a full head of steam and opened that one up.
And, you know, that fake, quarterback fake or quarterback keeper sets that play up very well, too.
So when he pulls like that, he gets a full head of steam. Man, I wouldn't want to be in the receiving end of that.
Yeah. Here's Lillard. Again, they've executed and blocked very well in the third quarter and continuing in the fourth. Jason Edwards on the tackle.
Again, Fry grabbing ankles tonight and tripping up.
And it's another one of those nights where even whenever they're tackled, they're falling forward for two or three more. And
There's another
it's going to be
block.
a penalty against the Tigers. And that's going to probably set the War Dogs up even better. And really, I mean, 2:42 remaining. It's the you know, we're going to have Halloween between now and our next game. And this has been 2 weeks of kind of our worst nightmare come to reality. In this case, it was Wagner that just kept pounding and wearing down the defense. And in this case, I'm going to say it's similar in the same way that the War Dogs have just controlled time of possession and then been able to turn it into points at the end. This is going to move the ball inside the 20, and it will bring up a first down and 10.
And Coach Morgan on the field.
Yep. And
Needing an explanation.
it makes you wonder, looking at the numbers from last week, if Miami didn't do this to Grove.
Yeah, and in comparison to the two games, I go back to Grove and say that should not have been a loss. 7 turnovers was most likely to credit for that. And you come into this game with only 1 loss, and you might be playing with a totally different energy. However, Miami has done a great job of capitalizing as the play clock either didn't start or is at 0. Either way, I think maybe the players are like, you going to call it, or did we take the timeout? I don't think they reset it after the penalty.
Correct.
Might cause for another referee huddle.
There it is.
Yeah,
It's going to reset it.
Yeah, just reset it and go on.
Yeah.
So Miami now inside the red zone.
Sorry, folks. I forgot to adjust the 14.
Opportunistic time for that turnover. That pick six, that fumble recovery for a pick six.
Harper just got him by the shoestrings.
Lillard over that left side, gained 1 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 9. Unfortunately, the clock will continue to roll down to the 2-minute, 20-second mark. Have the Ortho Oklahoma wrap-up show coming up immediately following. And we are 2 minutes away from that in game time.
Not in real time.
Tigers have not. Yeah, we've still got 2 timeouts, and we've not chosen to use any of them here to try to slow this down. Handoff right side, flag near side. False start. That will back Miami up 5 and bring up a second down 14. From the 23-yard line.
Well, next week game at home, or are we on the road again? Does anybody remember?
I do not think we are Willie Nelson again.
No, we are Fort Gibson.
Okay.
At home.
Oh, it's senior night. Yeah.
Correct, Ola. And then it's the long trip to Catoosa. I said tongue-in-cheek because that'll be the shortest trip we've made this year.
Have to leave the helicopter parked next weekend.
Whew.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Miami. They want to talk this one over.
Yeah, they do.
And that'll be a Hillcrest Hospital timeout. And the Tigers will gather up to try to come up with something that might be able to fix the last couple minutes of this game. Much like
Frank's Diesel and Tire Service. You need your diesel fixed. Frank's is the place. 4605 East 116th Street in Perkins, or give them a call, 405-547-5132. That's Frank's Diesel and Tire Service. Oh, hang on a second. I don't know what button I was hitting there. Fade to black. A Tiger Lily's floral design. Beautiful blooms for every occasion. 102 East Broadway in Cushing, or 918-223-1868. That is Tiger Lily's floral design. Make sure, folks, we say this every week, I know, but make sure you go in and tell them how much you appreciate. This show is brought to you live and free because of their donations.
Lillard brings the troops back out on the field. Tiger defense ready to get that turnover. Here's Lillard with the snap. Hands off straight ahead.
Ooh.
Good pursuit.
Cruz and Harper. Cruz with 10 tackles here in the ball game. Harper with 10. Cruz with 5.
That timeout, that Hillcrest Hospital timeout, taken by the Tigers. So we'll huddle back up and see if we can't figure out something concrete about this.
Very nice. Oklahoma Cement in Cushing. You visit them at Uchi Valley Road or call JB Nickham at 918-509-0698. That's Oklahoma Cementing in Cushing. Also, membership is now available to everyone at Oklahoma Community Credit Union. 2 locations in Stillwater, 311 East McElroy Road or 1811 South Sangre. How you said that? Sanger. Thank you. I never can figure that out. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's a G in there, though. Sanger. Something. It's the E that throws me off. Maybe. I don't know. I was told by a Greek professor one time that I need to take an English class because I need to learn my own language before I could translate another language into it.
Interesting thought.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Turns out some of the grammar teachers in the Ozarks weren't the best.
Yeah. There's the fumble we needed. We didn't get the recovery. Lillard able to cover that one up. That was the right idea. Timeout. Hillcrest Hospital timeout taken. Brings up 4th down. And we'll go right back to somebody in town that can fix your roof.
That is German Roofing. Oklahoma's commercial roofing expert specializing in flat, low slope, and metal roof repair restoration for commercial and educational and industrial buildings. Give them a call at 918-225-6427. That is German Roofing. Also, don't forget Brandstetter Insurance Agency right there in Cushing at 1437 East Main. Give them a call at 918-225-7522. Locally owned and operated personal and commercial insurance at Brandstetter Insurance.
Yeah, the War Dogs actually turning their season around the last couple of games. Had a good time in the schedule.
As have the Tigers.
Yeah, the other direction. That's. The thing is as things set tonight, the Tigers were coming into tonight's game 4th in the district, I believe, and can win the next 2. Most likely, will end up 4th in the district. Obviously, they're anxious to do that because they're kind of jumping. That's what we'll do. They heard me. Mama said there'd be nights like this.
There would definitely be nights like this as 3/4 of the defensive line leaned across the line.
Yeah.
They didn't fire off the ball. I don't know which I'm more disappointed in. The fact they didn't fire off the ball, the fact that they're at the offsides by leaning.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Tiger D is now, that puts him in field position.
Yes, it does.
So that's going to bring up.
3-point attempt.
I mean, he almost got one through the field goal from the 40. So.
And the wind still had his back.
They let it tick down all the seconds they could off of it, then they take the timeout.
We've got 1:16 remaining. Tigers down by 2 scores and 2 extra points And there's nothing easy about that.
No.
No, that's right. But hey, at Bill's Easy Out, everything's easy there. Your gas, your groceries, everything you could need or want, and a whole lot of brisket there as well. Man, they got. I was going on the way out of town today and thought, man, I got to get something to eat. I'm dying of starvation. And I found, oh, yeah, Bill's has armadillo eggs. Go get some armadillo eggs at Bill's Easy Out, 2 locations in Cushing.
They have what?
Armadillo eggs. It is jalapeno, hollowed out with cream cheese, and brisket on top of it, wrapped in bacon.
No kid.
And all kinds of greasy goodness.
That sounds good.
It
Our
is.
next advertiser needs to be a cardiac surgeon.
That's right. It's a meal. And
Here's
cardiac arrest.
Here's the field goal attempt. With the wind, the hold, the kick is
my.
up, and the kick might have been good from the 40. That was good.
Yeah.
That really went a long ways.
I did.
3 more points, more than probably solidifying exactly what the War Dogs needed to do tonight, as things just have not started rolling Cushing's way. They'll try to come out 1-2 punch, get a quick touchdown, try to claw, an onside kick, and work the clock, work the sidelines. I mean, it isn't over yet. Don't go anywhere. 31-14 current score.
Hey, folks, another fine sponsor is Broken Arrow Electric. Established in 1977. Give them a call, 918-225-0600 or 802 East North Street in Cushing. That is Broken Arrow Electric Supply. Also, CushingForward.com, a conference and plan that moves our community forward. That is Cushing Forward.
That's exactly what the Tigers will look to do next week.
I know, we had trouble last week with YouTube at the second half of the game, and man, I hope you're enjoying it this week because it probably looks great. We got a full head of steam, and YouTube is running live. Unfortunately, I can't see the comments on YouTube, so if they're liking it, I don't know how that works.
There's Miami getting set to kick from their own 40-yard line. Simpson and DeLong back to receive. That one will be a low pooch kick, fielded near the 20. Up man Caudill has it, gets to the outside, almost gets past one guy for the sideline, makes his way to the 32-yard line.
Pulled up Facebook. Doug Baker says, Doug Baker watched it from Rapid City, South Dakota. Congratulations, Doug.
Man.
No doubt.
And wonder how cold it is up there.
I don't know. He's not getting out.
And that's the good thing about the hub. It doesn't matter where you're at. They'll bring it to you live.
Here's the Tigers offense. Passes Kersey near side. Wrangles that one in. Tries to fight his way towards the sideline. Everybody comes in around him. DeLong was probably getting ready to say, give me the ball, give me the ball. Brings up a first down. It will stop the clock momentarily. 52 seconds remaining in the game. That's one punch. Now punch number 2. See what the Tigers could put together here. Down by 17. And middle screen open, near side screen. Fry makes a man miss behind a good block and makes it near the 45-yard line. That should be a gain for a first down. It could lead to a measurement. I mean, let's just go ahead and give the first down. They're going to throw it another 10 yards anyway. And they are going to measure it, so.
No comment.
19 of 34 for Tucker, 163 yards.
Glad you officials don't have anywhere to go tonight.
Yeah, and DeLong, he's 13 attempts at 60 yards.
Go back to your first one. Would you say the first one was 9 of what?
What's that?
What the stat just before that? Would you
19 of 34 for 163 yards.
say? Okay.
Kersey has 5 catches for 52 yards. Eisler has 1 catch for 2 yards. DeLong, 7 catches for 49 yards. I'm sorry, 8 catches for 60 yards. That was a big difference, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot I had to drop down a line.
The officials measured that one just short. So second down and just short coming up.
I got quarterback Tucker, 12 carries, 11 yards, or 42 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Here's Tucker. He'll take off and run. He almost loses the ball.
Boy.
He does, but he loses it out of bounds. It'll stay Tigers' possession. And gets to the 36-yard line. That was more than just short. He got plenty for the first down.
Bad news is he lost the ball. The good news is he lost it past the first down line and out of bounds, stops the clock, and gets a first down. Nicely played.
A lot of positives there, James.
Yeah, and listen, I can find roses in thorns.
Here's Tucker. Left side again. Kersey.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the play earlier. Now they'll have to hurry to get to the ball, unless it's to set up Fry coming on a deeper route behind him. That has got him surrounded a couple times. Nice catch, nice throw. You just have time. You want to get on the ball now. Second down, and time ran out. So that's going to be our ball game as we transition to the Ortho, Oklahoma wrap-up show. The players will meet at midfield and congratulate each other on sportsmanship and good game. And as they're doing that, we'll just start to kind of recap a little bit about things and how they just sometimes don't go your way. That worked out again tonight for the Tigers, making another 3-hour road trip. And will be their third loss of the year. Unfortunately, all 3 have been in district play. And, you know, any immediate thoughts are just that I really credit the entire third quarter and fourth quarter possessions of Miami. You make a long trip.
That's right.
Credit them with long possessions. You keep it out of a powerful, potent offense's hands, then they don't have as many opportunities to bite you, as they say. And that's exactly what Miami was able to do tonight. They were able to keep everything, the Tiger offense, at bay, and they slowly worked their way down the field. And when you can control time of possession, you can oftentimes turn things your way. You know, some of the stats that Bruce will bring us, and as he was going through the game, they didn't really sound terrible. You know, a high 100-yard passing game and different receivers with many catches. Just a few breaks didn't go the Tigers' way. And, you know, just, you know, a couple thoughts you might have, James.
Well, you know, I said it earlier, and it started with the doink, and I said that jokingly, but the truth is it really was one of those nights where everything was going Miami's way, and nothing was going bad for Cushing. They just weren't going their way. They just a little bit high, a little bit here, a little bit long, a little bit short, and it started with the doink, and everything kind of went downhill from there.
Right. And Travis hit on it throughout the game. Miami's coming off a big high from last week's game in Grove, so they've got that a lot of that momentum.
Yeah, and Grove, that secured them in like a second. You know, they're going to possibly fall to the third. This is going to secure Miami in like a first or second round. They're going to host.
Yes.
Which for many of the teams in the district it becomes very difficult for this distance. We'll pause here for a moment as they're lowering the flag.
That was a solemn moment as they were lowering the flag, and
good job.
Retiring the flag did a good job there.
Yes. And
they're still standing, so I'm not sure if they're done yet.
They're still folding.
They've got much of maybe a northeast Oklahoma thing. Grove did this, and I thought it was really cool. Now seeing another school makes me think it's kind of a cultural thing in the area. It's very respectful, of course.
The college here probably has an ROTC program, much like Grove has an ROTC program.
amazing when the entire stadium goes silent after a win.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, folks, what happened here. You couldn't see it all from our camera angle, but they retired the flag, and their ROTC retired it respectfully, folded it up, presented it, and both sides of the field just went silent.
Right. And that kind of tugs at my heart. My son retired from the Army after 20 years, and now he's the ROTC recruiter for Kansas State University. So if anybody needs an in, hit me up.
Very cool. Very cool.
So, again, we were talking, Miami coming off a big high after defeating Grove, who was like 5-0 at the time. So they came into this game with high spirits, with a rejuvenated season really behind them, and Cushing coming off a couple of losses that really, I think, tugging at their hearts also. So they're going to have to find a way to get this turned around and get back into a positive game.
And leading into next week, it'll be senior night at Odell Stadium, Odell Field, there at home, and 7 o'clock. Senior night festivities usually start around 6:30, 6:40. I don't have an exact time on that yet, but that's pretty typical. And being senior week, senior night, the team will gear up for it. I got Fort Gibson coming to town. I don't know the last time the Tigers played Fort Gibson, but I might try to find some of that information out to bring to you next week. So make sure and tune in to Hub Network Live. That'll be next week at home, and we'll be bringing it to you.
Yeah.
And then the Tigers, to your point, will be wanting to secure that win and close everything out on the final week on the road to Catoosa in order to claim that 4th spot, or depending on what happens, maybe 3rd spot in the district playoff seeding.
It seems like, Travis, the last time we played Fort Gibson, I was still commentating for the KUSH radio, so it's been a while since we've done that. Going over some stats here, Tucker, 20 for 35, passing, 172 yards, no touchdowns for him, which is unusual. His average is usually about 190, 191 yards per game, so he was kind of below average on yardage. Several receivers, DeLong, 8 catches for 60 yards, Woods, 4 for 35, Fry, 3 for 23, Kersey, 6 for 61, and Heisler, 1 for 2. And that was your receiving. Now, on the rushing end of it, you had DeLong, 1 rush, 8 yards. Tucker, 13 rushes for 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then Fry, 8 rushes for 48 yards. So offensively, I mean, what can you say about that? I mean, that's all good news.
Yeah, and statistically, unfortunately, on paper, does not always transfer into a win on the field. So, yes, there's things to feel good about there going into next week and the next week's game and getting that playoff berth. And the Tigers, being able to do at least one of those from home and one of them not nearly 3 hours away has got to work to the benefit. As we start to close out things here, we just want to mention that we will have MVPs at the top of the pregame countdown, the Plains Pipeline pregame countdown next week, and that will include Coop's Tire and Lube game ball for tonight's game, and we'll continue to recap some of those over the past several weeks. And we will move forward with we're going to get some coach comments for the Blue Sky Bank coaches post-game interview that has been hard for us to get a couple times now, and especially whenever teams are on the road like this, they try to close down quick and hit the road, and then we end up being so far away and still a little bit short-handed, but we can do some things in between the games, and we're efforting that so that we can have some Blue Sky Bank coaches comments on some games that we have not been able to have those talks with him. So for me and my end of it, guys, I'm going to say that's an ortho post-game wrap on this game.
Great job,
and
guys.
We look forward to seeing everyone next week right here on Hub Network Live. Good night.
Be safe going home.